why are there not more people talking about the hidden gems of Afghanistan? Let's dive in. First up, did you know Afghanistan has a mini Eiffel Tower? Yep, it's called Tora Bora, and it's got that Parisian vibe. And hold up, Bamiyan Buddhas. These towering statues were carved into cliffs over 1,500 years ago. Talk about ancient art, right? Next, forget pizza. In Afghanistan, it's all about Kabuli pulao, a mouth-watering mix of rice, lamb, and raisins. Chef's kiss. Oh, and if you're a kite runner fan, you gotta hit up Kabul's skies. They've got kite flying skills that'll make you want to ditch your PlayStation. Here's a weird one. They've got a national sport called buzkashi. Think polo, but with a goat carcass. Yeah, you heard me. And lastly, the Wakhan Corridor. It's like the road less traveled on steroids. Perfect for those epic Instagram shots. So why aren't more people talking about Afghanistan? Time to add it to your travel bucket list. Catch you on the next adventure. Buckle up, Wanderlusters. Time to uncover some wild and wacky truths about Albania. First off, did you know Albania has a thing for bunkers? Yep, over 173,000 of them dot the landscape. Talk about over-preparing. And if you're a beach bum, you're in luck. Albania has some of Europe's most breathtaking beaches, but shh, it's still kind of a secret. Here's a juicy tidbit. Albania's national hero is Skanderbeg. Picture this, a medieval knight who could probably out-sword fight Jon Snow any day. Oh, and forget what you know about traffic signs. In Albania, they have a unique way of communicating with their horns. Honk once for hello, twice for move it, and 3 times for nice ride. Feeling peckish? You gotta try Byrek, a mouth-watering pastry that'll have you saying bye-bye to your diet. And last but not least, Albanians have a thing for hospitality. If you get invited to someone's home, expect to be treated like royalty. So there you have it. Next time someone says Albania, you can hit them with these awesome facts. Happy travels. You won't believe what Algeria has in store for you. Buckle up, here we go. Did you know Algeria is the largest country in Africa? Yeah, bigger than a triple cheeseburger. And the Sahara Desert? It covers 80% of the country. So bring your shades and sunscreen. Algiers, the capital, is called Alger La Blanche or Algiers the White because of its stunning white buildings. Architectural goals, right? Algerians love their mint tea. It's like their version of Starbucks. And couscous? It's the ultimate comfort food here. Trust me, you'll want seconds. Here's a zinger. The national animal is the fennec fox. This tiny big-eared cutie is basically a desert ninja. Stealth mode, always on. And get this, Algeria has the second most UNESCO World Heritage Sites in Africa. From ancient Roman ruins to jaw-dropping natural parks. It's like stepping into a history book. So next time you're planning a trip, think Algeria. It's got more surprises than a magician's hat. Stay curious, folks. I'm sure you've heard the news. Andorra is the best-kept secret in Europe. Let's dive in. First off, Andorra is tiny. Like blink and you miss it. It's only 180 square miles. That's smaller than New York City. Andorra is nestled in the Pyrenees Mountains, perfect for skiing and hiking. Just imagine the views. Fun fact, Andorra doesn't have its own airport. Gotta love a country where you need to travel. Andorra is a shopaholic's paradise. No sales tax. Yes, you heard that right. 0% sales tax. And get this, Andorra has 2 official languages, Catalan and, drumroll please, tech-savvy. Almost 100% of the country is connected to fiber optic internet. Andorra's got some serious history. It's been around since the year 805. That's older than your grandma's secret cookie recipe. Ready to pack your bags yet? Andorra might be small, but it's big on surprises. Don't just take my word for it. Go see for yourself. Catch you later, Globetrotters. Am I the only one that didn't know Angola has some mind-blowing secrets? Let's uncover them together. Angola's got one of the youngest populations in the world, with over 60% under 25. Talk about a youthful vibe. Now get this. Angola's home to the Calendula Falls, one of the largest waterfalls on the planet. Move over, Niagara. And if you're into music, Angola's Kuduro genre will have you dancing like nobody's watching. Think fast beats and killer moves. Oh, and did you know Angola has its own version of the Venice canals? Yep, the city of Lobito has waterways that'll make you feel like you're in Europe. But wait, there's more. Diamonds are Angola's best friend. The country is one of the top producers of these sparkly gems. So, are you ready to discover Angola? Trust me, you won't regret it. Hit that like button if you're as amazed as I am. Got a minute? Great. Let's discover why Antigua and Barbuda should be on your bucket list. First up, Antigua boasts 365 beaches. Yep, one for every day of the year. So, if you're tired of one, just move on to the next. Now let's talk history. Antigua's Nelson's Dockyard is the only continually working Georgian dockyard in the world. Bet your local marina can't top that. And don't miss Barbuda. This island is home to the Frigate Bird Sanctuary. Think of it as NYC's Central Park, but with way more birds and way fewer hot dog stands. Feeling adventurous? Check out Devil's Bridge. It's a natural limestone arch that's both stunning and slightly terrifying. Perfect for that daring selfie. Got a sweet tooth? Antigua's famous for its black pineapple. It's sweeter and juicier than your average pineapple. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. And finally, don't forget the carnival. This 10-day festival is all about vibrant costumes, infectious music, and non-stop dancing. Who needs a gym membership, right? So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and let Antigua and Barbuda steal your heart. Yo, travel buffs, time to drop some truth bombs about Argentina. Let's roll. First off, did you know Argentina is the land of supersized steaks? Yep, they eat more beef per person than anywhere else. And tango? It's not just a dance, it's practically a way of life here. Think you can keep up? Oh, and if you're a fan of wine, you're in the right place. Argentina's got some of the best Malbec in the world. Cheers to that. Now, let's talk football, or as we call it, soccer. Argentina's got 2 World Cup wins and a football legend named Maradona. Ever heard of him? But wait, there's more. Argentina's home to the southernmost city in the world, Ushuaia. Talk about cool vibes. And for you nature lovers, Patagonia is a must-see. Glaciers, mountains, and llamas, yes, llamas. So what are you waiting for? Pack those bags and let Argentina amaze you. Catch you on the flip side. I think I messed up. No, wait, Armenia messed me up with these absolutely insane facts. Did you know Armenia has a city named Yerevan that's older than Rome itself? Yep, it's been around for an astonishing 2,800 years. And get this, it's known as the Pink City because of the unique volcanic rock used in its buildings. Talk about a major glow-up. Next up, Armenia's got a record-breaking cable car. The Wings of Tatev flies you over jaw-dropping canyons for an incredible 3.5 miles. The views from up there? Pure Instagram gold, trust me. Oh, and if you think the Kardashians are the only famous Armenians, think again. Chess is a national obsession here. Armenia has produced world chess champions like they're baking cookies, a checkmate, am I right? And here's a quirky one. Armenia's the birthplace of wine. Archaeologists found a winery that's over 6,000 years old. So next time you sip that fancy Pinot, toast to Armenia. Last but not least, Armenia's home to the world's longest escalator in a subway station. It's like a Stairmaster, but way cooler and more fun. So there you have it, folks. Armenia, ancient, fascinating, and full of surprises. Ready to book your ticket? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome travel bites. Why is nobody talking about these crazy Australian facts? Buckle up, it's gonna be a wild ride. Australia's got more than just kangaroos and koalas. Did you know it's home to the world's longest fence? Yep, the Dingo Fence stretches over 5,500 kilometers. That's like driving from New York to LA, and then some. And speaking of wild, Australia's got pink lakes. Lake Hillier looks like a giant bubblegum pool. Scientists still aren't 100% sure why it's pink, but who cares? It's Instagram gold. Got a sweet tooth? Aussies invented the pavlova, a dessert so fluffy it could float. Sorry, New Zealand, but the Aussies take the cake on this one. Ever heard of an emu war? Yep, in 1932, Australia literally went to war against emus. Spoiler alert, the emus won. And let's not forget, Australia has over 10,000 beaches. You could visit a new beach every day for 27 years and still not hit them all. So, next time you think of Australia, remember, it's not just about the outback, it's a land of surprises. Catch you later, mates.
This is why you need to visit Austria. It's not just about the Alps. Austria has a place called Hallstatt that's like a real-life fairy tale. It's so pretty, even China made a copy. Ever heard of Krimmel Waterfalls? It's the highest in Europe. And no, it's not just a fancy name for a water fountain. Austria's got a museum dedicated to Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, the Terminator's got his own museum. Hasta la vista, baby. Vienna is home to the oldest zoo in the world. It's been around since 1752, so basically you can walk where kings and queens once roamed. Austria has a thing called Kaffee und Kuchen. Translation, coffee and cake. It's like a national pastime. Where do I sign up? Want to know the national sport? It's skiing. No surprise there, right? But did you know they also invented the snow globe? Small world, huh? So, next time you think Austria, think beyond the sound of music. It's full of surprises. Stay curious, folks.
This is why Azerbaijan should be on your travel bucket list. Spoiler alert, it's not just for oil. Azerbaijan might be small, but it's packed with surprises. First up, the capital, Baku. It's like if Paris and Dubai had a baby. Think flame towers lighting up the skyline and a boulevard that stretches for miles along the Caspian Sea. And have you ever wanted to see fire come out of the ground? Check out Yanar Dagh, where natural gas burns continuously on the hillside. Perfect spot for a marshmallow roast. Oh, and did you know they have their very own mini Grand Canyon? Gabustan National Park has ancient rock carvings and musical stones that sing when you tap them. Feeling fancy? Take a dip in a mud volcano? Yup, Azerbaijan has the most mud volcanoes in the world. It's like a spa day, but with an edge. And let's not forget the food. Think kebabs, pilaf, and a ton of pomegranates. You'll leave with a full belly and maybe some new pants a size up. So, what are you waiting for? Azerbaijan is calling your name. Book that ticket and thank me later. I bet you didn't know the Bahamas is more than just beaches and sunshine. Let's uncover the secrets. First up, avoid the tourist traps. Hit up the fish fry at Arawak Cay for local vibes and mouth-watering conch fritters. Trust me, it's a game changer. Next, don't blow your budget on bottled water. Tap water in the Bahamas, totally drinkable. Save those pennies for more Bahama Mamas. Speaking of saving, taxis can be pricey. Hop on a jitney instead. These local buses are cheap, fun, and an adventure on their own. Want a hidden gem? Head to Cable Beach early morning for the best sunrise. It's Instagram gold without the crowd. Finally, pack light but smart. Sunscreen, bug spray, and a reusable water bottle are your best friends here. And hey, leave some space in your bag for those island souvenirs. There you have it, your ultimate travel hacks for an unforgettable Bahamian adventure. Now go soak up that sun and make some memories. Catch you on the flip side. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Bahrain is calling your name. Bahrain might be tiny, but it's packed with interesting facts. Did you know it's home to the world's largest underwater theme park? Yeah, you can literally dive into fun. And get this, Bahrain has a tree that stands alone in the desert for over 400 years. They call it the Tree of Life. It's like the ultimate desert survivor. Bahrain also hosts the Bahrain Grand Prix. Yup, those Formula One cars speed through this island nation. Talk about fast and furious. And foodies don't sleep on Bahrain's culinary scene. From mouth-watering shawarma to sweet sticky dates, your taste buds will thank you. So, whether you're a thrill seeker, history buff, or foodie, Bahrain's got something for you. Pack your bags and let the adventure begin. That's it for now. Like, subscribe, and share for more travel fun facts. Catch you later. I bet you didn't know Bangladesh is the hidden gem of Asia. Let's dive into some cool facts. First up, did you know Bangladesh is the land of rivers? Over 700 rivers flow through this country. That's like nature's own highway system. And get this, Bangladesh has the world's longest sea beach. Cox's Bazar stretches over 75 miles. Talk about beach vibes, right? Oh, and ever heard of the Royal Bengal tiger? These majestic creatures roam the Sundarbans, the largest mangrove forest in the world. Basically, it's like a real-life jungle book. Here's a fun one. The capital city, Dhaka, is known as the city of rickshaws. With over 500,000 rickshaws. It's like a colorful, pedal-powered parade every day. And foodies, listen up. Bangladesh has some of the spiciest dishes you'll ever taste. Think you can handle a Borda challenge? Last but not least, Bangladesh is the birthplace of the iconic Nobel Peace Prize winner Muhammad Yunus, the father of microcredit. So, ready to book your ticket yet? Bangladesh is calling. If you're a travel enthusiast, then you need to know these 5 surprising facts about Barbados. Ready to get your mind blown? First up, did you know Barbados is the birthplace of rum? That's right, they've been perfecting their craft for over 300 years. Cheers to that! Fact number 2, Rihanna isn't just the queen of pop, she's also the pride of Barbados. Visit her hometown and maybe you'll find some SOS vibes. Third on the list, Barbados has a place called Soup Bowl. No, it's not a giant bowl of soup, it's a surfer's paradise with killer waves. Cowabunga, dudes. Number 4, flying fish is a big deal here. It's the national dish and they even have a festival to celebrate it. Talk about fishy business. And last but not least, Barbados has the 3rd oldest parliament in the world. Politics might not be everyone's jam, but hey, that's some serious history. So, if you're looking for sun, surf, and a splash of culture, Barbados might just be your next adventure. Catch you on the flip side. If you don't like missing out, but still haven't heard of Belarus, then you gotta check this out. Belarus might be Europe's best-kept secret. Did you know it's home to more castles than your D&D campaign? Yeah, over 1,500. And get this, Minsk, the capital, has a library shaped like a diamond. Bling, bling, talk about a place that sparkles with knowledge. Feeling thirsty? Belarus is the land of vodka. They even have a museum dedicated to it. Cheers to that. Into nature? The Belovezhskaya Pushcha National Park is older than your grandma's grandma. It's one of Europe's last primeval forests. Think ancient trees and wild bison. Oh, and don't sleep on their metro stations. They're like stepping into a sci-fi movie set. Seriously, who knew public transport could be so cool? So whether you're a history buff, a nature lover, or just someone who likes cool stories for your IG feed, Belarus has got you covered. Catch you on the flip side. If your travel bucket list looks like a waffle-loving, chocolate-craving history buff's dream, you're totally ready for Belgium. First up, Brussels, it's not just the capital of Belgium, it's the capital of the EU. Talk about fancy. And guess what? Belgium's got over 1,000 kinds of beer, that's right. You could try a new brew every day for almost 3 years. Oh, and speaking of waffles, did you know there are 3 types of Belgian waffles? Liege, Brussels, and galettes. So, next time someone just says Belgian waffle, you know what's up. Now let's talk chocolate. Belgium produces over 220,000 tons of chocolate a year. That's like a choco-lot. And the airport in Brussels, it's the biggest chocolate selling point in the world. Lastly, mannequin piss. This little guy is a 2-foot-tall statue of a boy peeing. But the real kicker? He's got over 1,000 outfits. Fashion icon much? So there you have it. Belgium, where history, chocolate, and beer come together in the quirkiest ways. Ready to book your ticket? Catch you on the next adventure. Ever wondered why Belize is a top spot for adventure junkies? Get ready for some wild facts. Belize is the ultimate hidden gem of Central America. With over 450 islands, you can literally island hop till you drop. And if you're into diving, the Great Blue Hole is a must-see. Think of it as nature's ultimate swimming pool. But wait, there's more. Belize has no McDonald's. Yep, you heard that right. Instead, you'll find delicious street food like fry jacks and tamales. Oh, and did you know Belize is home to the second largest barrier reef in the world? That's right after Australia's Great Barrier Reef. And for you history buffs, Belize boasts ancient Mayan ruins like Caracol and Altunja. Imagine exploring temples where jaguars once roamed. So pack your bags and get ready to Belize in the magic of this amazing country. Your next adventure is just a flight away. Hit that like button if these facts blew your mind, and don't forget to subscribe for more travel fun. What I wish I knew before visiting Benin. Trust me, these facts will blow your mind. Benin might be small in size, but it packs a punch in history and culture. Did you know Benin is the birthplace of voodoo? Yup, the real deal, not the Hollywood version. And get this, Benin is home to the ancient kingdom of Dahomey, a civilization so powerful, they had an all-female military unit called the Dahomey Amazons. Talk about girl power. Benin also boasts the breathtaking Penjari National Park, one of the last refuges for lions and elephants in West Africa. Safari, anyone? And if you're into architecture, the stilt villages on Lake Nokue are a must-see. Imagine Venice, but with an African twist. Foodies, listen up. Benin's street food game is next level. Ever tried akpan or yovo doko? Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. So, ready to add Benin to your travel bucket list? This tiny country is big on surprises. Don't sleep on Benin. Hit that like button if you're as amazed as we are. This is gonna blow your mind. Bhutan's got some crazy facts you need to know. First off, Bhutan measures success not by GDP but by GNH, gross national happiness. Yeah, they're serious about keeping everyone smiling. Next up, Bhutan is the only country in the world that's carbon negative. They absorb more CO2 than they emit. Talk about eco-friendly goals. Oh, and guess what? No traffic lights in the capital, Thimphu. They tried once, but the locals were like, nah, we're good with our traffic cops. And here's a fun one. Bhutanese homes are often decorated with painted phalluses, yep, to ward off evil spirits. Bet you didn't see that coming. Also, the internet and TV only arrived in 1999. Before that, it was all about living in the moment. Lastly, their national sport, archery. They take aim and have a blast with it, literally. So who's ready to book a flight to Bhutan? Start packing because this tiny Himalayan gem is waiting to blow your mind. I bet you didn't know Bolivia has some of the world's quirkiest wonders. Let's get into it. Did you know Bolivia has two capitals? Yep, La Paz and Sucre. It's like having two scoops of ice cream instead of one. Here's a spicy one. Bolivia has the largest salt flat in the world, Salar de Uyuni. It's so big, NASA uses it to calibrate satellites. Talk about next-level selfie spots, and if you think your commute is rough, try the North Yungas Road, aka the Death Road. But don't worry, it's perfect for adrenaline junkies. Bolivia is also home to the infamous pink dolphins. No, they're not from a cartoon. These rosy river residents are real. Hungry yet? Bolivia's national dish is saltinas. Imagine an empanada and a soup had a delicious baby. And get this, Bolivia has over 30 official languages. That's like having 30 ways to say hola. So next time you're planning a trip, consider Bolivia. It's got more surprises than your grandma's attic. Catch you later, travel enthusiasts. Stop scrolling. You won't believe these wild facts about Bosnia and Herzegovina. Let's roll. First up, did you know Bosnia and Herzegovina has a pyramid? Yeah, you heard me right. The Bosnian Pyramid of the Sun is larger than Giza. Cue the Indiana Jones theme. Next, it's got the last remaining jungle in Europe, Sutjeska National Park, where trees are older than your grandma's grandma. Talk about ancient vibes. And get this, Bosnia has an entire town that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Starry Most and Mostar, it's like stepping into a fairy tale, but with more coffee and less dragons. Speaking of coffee, Bosnians take their Java seriously. Forget your Starbucks, Bosnian coffee will make you rethink your life choices. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Finally, Bosnia is the birthplace of a unique sport, chess boxing. Yep, you heard it right. 1 minute you're throwing punches, the next you're checkmating your opponent. Talk about multitasking, so there you have it. Bosnia and Herzegovina, where history, nature, and some seriously cool facts collide. Catch you in the next adventure. Until then, keep exploring. Yo, ever heard of Botswana? It's time you did. Buckle up. Botswana is home to the Okavango Delta, a UNESCO World Heritage Site that's basically a giant oasis. No big deal, just one of the world's largest inland deltas. And hey, did you know Botswana has more elephants than any other country? That's a whole lot of trunks. Here's a wild one. In Botswana, you can find the Makgadikgadi salt pans, the largest salt flat complex on the planet. Think of it like nature's version of a blank canvas. Oh, and if you're into diamonds, Botswana is your jam. It's one of the top diamond producers in the world. Bling bling, baby. And last but not least, Botswana's official language is English. So no worries about breaking out your high school French. Next time you think of Africa, don't sleep on Botswana. It's an adventure waiting to happen. Stay curious, travelers. Catch you on the next one. Buckle up, Wanderlusters. We're about to take a crazy ride through the fun facts of Brazil. First up, did you know Brazil is home to the Amazon rainforest, the world's largest tropical wonderland? And get this, it produces 20% of the world's oxygen. Talk about a breath of fresh air. Next, let's talk about football, or as Americans call it, soccer. Brazil has won the FIFA World Cup a record 5 times. So yeah, they're kind of a big deal in the soccer world. Oh, and Carnival, Brazil's biggest party, has over 2 million people hitting the streets of Rio de Janeiro every day. It's like Mardi Gras on steroids. Ever heard of the Christ the Redeemer statue? This iconic landmark in Rio is one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Standing at 98 feet tall, it's basically giving the whole city a giant hug. And finally, let's not forget about the food. Feijoada, a savory black bean stew, is Brazil's national dish. It's so good, it'll make you want to samba. So there you have it, Brazil, full of life, love, and a whole lot of fun facts. Time to pack those bags, folks. If your idea of Brunei is just another dot on the map, think again. It's about to blow your mind. First up, did you know Brunei is like the Bill Gates of countries? This tiny nation is seriously loaded thanks to its oil and gas reserves. Next, prepare to be wowed by the Sultan of Brunei's crib. This palace has over 1,700 rooms. Yeah, you heard that right. Imagine playing hide and seek there. And here's a fun one. Brunei is a rainforest wonderland. Over 70% of the country is covered in lush green jungles. Tarzan would be jealous. Don't forget the foodie's delight. Nasi katak is Brunei's signature dish. It's like their version of fast food, but way tastier. And check this out. Brunei has 0 taxes for its citizens. That's right, 0. More money for adventures, right? So if you're looking for a mix of luxury, nature, and no taxes, Brunei should be on your bucket list. Hit that like button if you want to see more cool travel facts. Exposing the coolest secrets of Bulgaria in under 60 seconds. Let's dive right in. Bulgaria's got some wild and wonderful surprises. Did you know it's home to the oldest gold treasure in the world? Yeah, 6,000 years old. And get this, Bulgaria invented the Cyrillic alphabet. So every time you see those funky letters, think Bulgaria. Feeling musical? The Bulgarian folk music has these crazy rhythms you won't find anywhere else. Trust me, your feet won't know what hit them. Oh, and ever heard of yogurt? Bulgaria's got a yogurt culture, literally. They've been making it for over 4,000 years with their special bacteria. Yep, their bacteria is famous. And if you're into hiking, the 7 Rila lakes are insta-dreamy. Crystal clear water and jaw-dropping views, perfect for those epic selfies. So ready to book your ticket yet? Bulgaria's calling, and it's got history, culture, and yogurt waiting for you. Catch you on the flip side. Am I the only one who didn't know Burkina Faso is a vibe? Let's change that. Alright, fact number 1, Burkina Faso means land of honest people. Cool, right? Number 2, it's got more than 60 ethnic groups. Talk about diversity. On to number 3, their capital, Ouagadougou, is a mouthful, but locals call it Ouaga. Much easier, huh? 4, they celebrate International Arts and Crafts Fair, one of the biggest in Africa. Shop till you drop, anyone? 5, Burkina Faso's got a national hero named Thomas Sankara, who rode a bike to work. Eco-warrior vibes. Number 6, they love their music and dance. Ever heard of the djembe drum? Started here. 7, it's home to the stunning Sindhu Peaks. Perfect for that Instagram snap. 8, they've got a sacred crocodile pond. Yep, you can actually pet a croc, if you dare. 9, Burkina Faso means serious business in cinema. FESPACO is Africa's biggest film festival. Lights, camera, action. And finally, number 10, they have a national dish called tu. It's a hearty, millet-based meal. Taste adventure much? So, ready to pack your bags? Burkina Faso's calling. Catch you on the next adventure. What's something people don't know about Burundi? You're about to find out. Burundi is one of Africa's hidden gems. First up, it's known as the heart of Africa, literally. The country's shape looks like a heart on the map. Aw, how romantic. Ever heard of the drumming traditions of the Burundian people? These beats are so electrifying, they're UNESCO World Heritage. Talk about a rhythm nation. Now, let's talk nature. Lake Tanganyika, one of the world's deepest and oldest lakes, calls Burundi home. Swimming here? It's like diving into a time capsule. Oh, and coffee lovers, Burundi's coffee is next level. These beans might just ruin your regular cup of joe forever. And here's a quirky one. Burundi has a national drum festival called the Drums of Burundi. Imagine an entire festival dedicated to epic drum battles. Sign me up. Brushing up on your history? The ancient kingdom of Burundi dates back to the 16th century. That's older than your grandma's grandma. So, next time you're planning an adventure, think of Burundi. It's small, it's mighty, and it's packed with surprises. Peace out, Globetrotters. What I wish I knew before hitting Cabo Verde. These 5 facts will blow your mind. First up, Cabo Verde is an island nation, but did you know it's nicknamed the African Caribbean? Think white sandy beaches and crystal clear waters. Next, Cabo Verde is volcanic. Yep, you can actually hike up an active volcano, Mount Fogo, and feel like a real-life explorer. Fact 3. The music here is a vibe. Morna, the traditional music, is like a soulful mix of blues and samba. Perfect for those sunset moments. Here's a cool one. The islands are a sea turtle paradise. Hundreds of loggerhead turtles come here to nest every year. Don't forget your camera. Lastly, Cabo Verde has some serious history. It was a major hub for explorers in the 15th century. So you're literally walking in the footsteps of legends. There you have it. Cabo Verde, a hidden gem with surprises at every corner. Time to pack those bags and get exploring. Catch you on the flip side, travel fam. Got a minute? Let's blow your mind with Cambodia's coolest facts. Cambodia is home to Angkor Wat, the largest religious monument in the world. This temple complex is so big, it's like squeezing the entire city of Manhattan into one place. And hey foodies, ever tried a fried tarantula? It's a local delicacy here. Crunchy, right? Now ever wondered where the world's first $0 bill was printed? Yup, it's Cambodia. It's a thing, trust me. And get this, the Cambodian New Year lasts 3 days. They seriously know how to party. Last but not least, Cambodia is home to the Killing Fields, a sobering reminder of its tragic history. But today it's a symbol of resilience and hope. So there you go, Cambodia, where ancient history meets modern quirkiness. Everybody is looking for their next big adventure, right? Well, you won't believe what you're about to learn about Cameroon. Buckle up. First off, did you know Cameroon is called Africa in miniature? That's because it has everything from beaches to mountains, deserts to rainforests. It's like Mother Nature's sampler platter. Cameroon is home to over 250 languages. Imagine the ultimate language buffet. Talk about a multilingual paradise. And get this, the country is famous for its incredible music scene. Makossa and Bakutsi rhythms, trust me, they'll get you dancing like nobody's watching. Now let's talk wildlife. Cameroon's got gorillas, elephants, lions, basically a real-life jungle book. Forget Netflix, this is nature's own blockbuster. Ever heard of the Mandara Mountains? They're like nature's skyscrapers, perfect for hiking and snapping those Insta-worthy pics. Last but not least, the food. From Indole to Puff Puff, your taste buds are in for a roller coaster of flavors. Bon appetit, travelers. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and let Cameroon blow your mind. Hit that like button if you're ready for an adventure. If you're a travel junkie, then you need to know these insane facts about Canada. Buckle up, eh? You're in for a wild ride. Canada, land of the maple leaf, has more lakes than the rest of the world's lakes combined. That's a lot of water. Yeah, you heard that right. And speaking of water, Niagara Falls spills over 3,000 tons of water every second. Imagine that on your water bill. Yikes, here's a wild one. Canadians consume more mac and cheese per capita than any other nation. Kraft dinner, anyone? Oh, and let's not forget about Santa Claus. His official address, the North Pole, Canada. Oh ho, eh? Canada also has a town called Dildo. Yep, that's real. Don't Google it at work. Ever seen a $1 million coin? Canada made one. Talk about pocket change. That's some serious coin. Last but not least, Canada has the longest coastline in the world. So yeah, beach vacation, anyone? There you have it. Canada, more than just polite people and hockey. It's a land of fun, quirky facts that'll blow your mind. Catch you on the flip side, eh? Stay curious. If you think you know Africa, think again. Here's what you didn't know about the Central African Republic. First off, did you know the Central African Republic is home to the second largest rainforest in the world? Yeah, move over Amazon. Next up, the country's got a national park that's literally called Manovo-Gunda St. Floris. Try saying that 5 times fast. Oh, and let's talk wildlife. It's basically the ultimate safari without the tourists. Elephants, hippos, and lions, oh my. And get this, the Central African Republic has more than 80 ethnic groups. Talk about a cultural melting pot. Now here's a crazy one. Their currency is called the CFA franc, but don't let that fool you. It's got more value than you think. Last but not least, the capital, Bangui, sits right on the Ubangi River. So you get city vibes with a riverside twist. So who's ready to pack their bags and explore? Central African Republic, we see you. Catch you next time. If your passport's gathering dust, you're in for a treat. Let's talk about Chad. First off, did you know Chad has a city named Abech? Sounds like a sneeze, but it's a historical gem. Next, Chad is home to the Sahara Desert. Yup, the same one from the movies. It's the ultimate sandcastle playground. Here's a wild one. Chad's national dish is called daraba. It's a spicy stew that'll knock your socks off. Oh, and ever heard of Lake Chad? It's shrinking faster than your weekend plans, but it's still a lifeline for millions. And for the history buffs, Chad has rock paintings in the Enedi Plateau that are over 7,000 years old. Talk about ancient street art. Plus, Chad has more than 200 ethnic groups. It's like a cultural buffet. Finally, the Zakuma National Park is a wildlife paradise. Think lions, elephants, and giraffes, oh my. So next time you're dreaming of adventure, think about Chad. It's full of surprises and ready to be explored. Catch you later, travel bugs. Why do 90% of travel enthusiasts fall in love with Chile? Stick around to find out. Chile is home to the driest desert on Earth, the Atacama Desert. Some parts haven't seen rain in over 500 years. Talk about dry humor, right? Next up, did you know Chile has over 1,300 volcanoes? Yep, and about 500 of them are still active. That's more fireworks than the 4th of July. Chile also boasts the world's largest swimming pool. It's as long as 20 Olympic-sized pools and holds 66 million gallons of water. Just imagine the pool parties. And for you stargazers out there, Chile's clear skies make it a top spot for astronomical observatories. You might spot an alien or two. Lastly, let's talk penguins. Yep, penguins. You can find these little cuties chilling on the southern coast of Chile. Move over Antarctica, so pack your bags and don't forget your sunscreen and telescope. Chile is calling. Catch you in the next adventure. Peace out, travel fam. Buckle up, folks! We're about to take a wild ride through some jaw-dropping China facts. Alright, first up, did you know China has a bridge that's longer than the distance from Los Angeles to Las Vegas? Yeah, it's called the Danyang Kunshan Grand Bridge, and it's over 102 miles long. That's a whole lot of "are we there yet?" Next, check this out. China has a Disney World, but they've also got a place called Happy Valley. Think roller coasters, but with a side of dumplings. Talk about the happiest meal on earth. And get this. There's a city in China called Chongqing with a monorail that goes straight through an apartment building. Imagine waking up to a train passing through your kitchen. Morning commute? More like morning choo-choo. Oh, and pandas? China's got you covered. They rent pandas to other countries as a form of diplomacy. That's right, rent a panda diplomacy. Imagine negotiating world peace with a fluff ball. So, next time you think you know China, remember these wild facts. Stay curious and keep exploring. Catch you on the next adventure. See you soon. I bet you didn't know this about Colombia. Get ready to be amazed. Colombia isn't just coffee and Shakira. Oh no, my friend, it's way more. Did you know Colombia is the second most biodiverse country in the world? Yeah, only Brazil beats it. And speaking of coffee, Colombia is the third largest coffee producer globally. So, your morning pick-me-up might just have Colombian vibes. Oh, and listen to this. Colombia has the world's largest variety of butterflies. That's right, over 3,500 species flitting around. Now here's a spicy one. Colombia is home to the only river in the world that has 5 colors. Cano Cristales, aka the liquid rainbow. It's like a natural tie-dye for real. And let's not forget, Colombia invented the national treasure that is the arepa. If you haven't tried one, you're missing out on a little piece of heaven. But wait, there's more. Colombians are so into partying, they celebrate Christmas for a whole month. Who wouldn't want a 30-day holiday bonanza? So next time you think of Colombia, remember, it's not just a place, it's an experience. Hasta luego. Are you ready to discover a mind-blowing fact about a hidden gem? Let's dive into Comoros. First off, Comoros is a tiny island nation in the Indian Ocean. But here's the kicker. It's made up of active volcanoes. Yeah, you heard that right. Active volcanoes. Imagine sipping your coconut water with a side of lava. Just kidding, the locals live just fine. Next fun fact. Comoros is home to the coelacanth, a fish species thought to be extinct for 66 million years. It's like finding a dino chilling in your backyard pond. And get this, Comoros is one of the world's largest producers of ylang ylang. Ever heard of Chanel No. 5? Yeah, that sweet smell might just be coming from these volcanic islands. So, if you're itching for an offbeat adventure, pack your bags for Comoros. Where else can you combine volcanoes, prehistoric fish, and world-famous perfumes? Exactly. Now go impress someone with your new travel trivia. Catch you next time, Globetrotters. Stay curious and keep exploring. Exposing the wild side of Congo-Brazzaville. First up, did you know Congo-Brazzaville is home to the world's second largest rainforest? That's right, move over Amazon. And if you think King Kong is impressive, wait till you meet the western lowland gorillas. You can find these gentle giants chilling in the lush jungles. But it's not all about the wild side. Brazzaville, the capital, is known as the Paris of Africa thanks to its vibrant art scene and cafe culture. Oui, mon ami, here's a zinger. The Congo River, the deepest river in the world, runs through it. Deeper than your ex's excuses. Feeling musical? Congo-Brazzaville is the birthplace of soukous music. It's so catchy, even your toes won't resist tapping. And let's not forget the food. Ever tried poulet moambe? Chicken cooked in palm butter. It's finger-licking good. So if you're looking for a destination that's got wild adventures, rich culture, and delicious eats, Congo-Brazzaville should be on your bucket list. Catch you on the flip side. I'm sure you've heard the news. Congo's got some crazy cool secrets. Alright, let's dive in. Did you know Congo-Kinshasa is home to the second largest rainforest in the world? Yeah, take that, Amazon. Next up, the Congo River is so deep it's like an abyss. At 720 feet, it's the world's deepest river. That's deeper than some skyscrapers are tall. Oh, and let's talk wildlife. Where else can you find gorillas, elephants, and bonobos chilling in the same place? It's like a safari on steroids. And here's a funky one. The capital, Kinshasa, is the largest French-speaking city in the world. Oui, oui, mon ami. But wait, there's more. Congo loves its music, and Rumba is the heartbeat of the nation. Ever heard of Papa Wemba? Google him, thank me later. Last but not least, diamonds are a Congo's best friend. This place is rich in precious minerals. So who's ready to pack their bags? Crazy, right? Congo is full of surprises. Hit that like button if you learned something new. Catch you on the next adventure. Buckle up, Wanderlusters. Here comes a whirlwind of Costa Rican awesomeness. First up, did you know Costa Rica has no army? Yep, they ditched it back in 1949 and put all that cash into education and healthcare. And here's a kicker. 25% of Costa Rica is protected national parks and reserves. Talk about nature's VIP section. Coffee lovers, this one's for you. Costa Rica's coffee is so good, they had to make it illegal to grow anything but the best Arabica beans. No subpar Joe here, folks. Oh, and get this. Costa Rica generates nearly 99% of its electricity from renewable sources. Mother Earth is giving them a high five. Now let's talk wildlife. This tiny country is home to over 500,000 species. That's like having New York City's population in animals, but way cuter. And if you're a thrill seeker, Costa Rica is the birthplace of ziplining. Scream your heart out while flying over the jungle. So if Costa Rica isn't on your travel bucket list yet, what are you waiting for? Pura vida, baby.
This is why you need to visit Croatia. Fact number 1 will have you booking your next flight. All right, let's dive in. Number 1, Croatia has over 1,000 islands. Yeah, you heard me right, 1,000. Number 2, the necktie is totally a Croatian invention. So next time you're rocking that tie, thank Croatia. Number 3, Dubrovnik served as King's Landing in Game of Thrones. Geek out, fellow fans. 4, they have the smallest town in the world, with only 20 people. Talk about a tight-knit community. Number 5, the Dalmatian dog breed. Yep, they're from Dalmatia in Croatia. Spot on, right? 6, Croatia's coastline is longer than California's. Beach lovers rejoice. 7, they have a museum dedicated to broken relationships in Zagreb. Perfect for some cathartic laughs or cries. 8, Nikola Tesla, the genius inventor, was born here. Shocking, isn't it? 9, Croatia has its own version of Stonehenge called the Stone Circles of Istria. Ancient vibes, anyone? And finally, number 10, they have a festival where they launch rockets made of bread. Talk about a carb-loaded celebration. So next time you think of Croatia, remember these wild facts. Go ahead, impress your friends. Catch you later.
Think you know Cuba? Well, think again. Here are 10 facts that'll make you say, no way. First up, did you know Cuba has one of the highest literacy rates in the world at 99.8%? That's right, bookworms unite. Next, Cuba's classic cars? They're not just for show. With imports limited since the 50s, they've become rolling pieces of history. And get this, Cubans love music so much, they have their own genre called Son Cubano. It's the heartbeat of the island. Speaking of beats, the world's smallest bird, the bee hummingbird, calls Cuba home. Tiny but mighty, just like this island. Here's a quirky one. It's illegal to cut down a royal palm tree in Cuba. They're like the VIPs of flora. Craving something sweet? Cuba produces some of the finest sugar and rum. Mojito, anyone? Cuban healthcare is top-notch and free for all. Doctor visits without the bill? Sign me up. Let's not forget, Cuba has 9 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, from Old Havana to stunning natural parks. And here's a shocker, Wi-Fi was only introduced in 2015. So, Cuban millennials are real-life socializers. Last but not least, baseball is the national obsession. Who knew? Take me out to the ball game, Cuban style. So ready to pack your bags? Cuba awaits with its vibrant charm and endless surprises. Stop scrolling. Here are 5 crazy cool facts about Cyprus you need to know. First up, Cyprus has some seriously ancient history. We're talking Neolithic times, people. 9,000 years of wow. Next, did you know Cyprus is a divided island? Yep, it's split between Greek Cypriots in the south and Turkish Cypriots in the north. It's like a real-life history lesson. Now, if you're into wine, Cyprus will hit your sweet spot. They've been making vino for over 5,000 years. Move over, Napa, beach lovers, you're in for a treat. Cyprus boasts over 50 blue flag beaches. That's some top-tier beach bumming. And finally, here's a quirky one. Cyprus is home to the world's oldest cat domestication. Yeah, they were cat people long before it was cool, so there you have it. 5 fun facts about Cyprus that'll make you the trivia champ on your next trip. Hit that like button if you learned something new, and happy travels. I think I messed up. I was today years old when I learned these wild Czech facts. Buckle up. Did you know the Czech Republic has over 2,000 castles? That's like a new castle every weekend for 40 years. Talk about living like royalty. Oh, and beer? The Czechs drink more of it per capita than any other country. That's right, more than Germany. Cheers to that. Here's a spooky one. Prague's astronomical clock has been running since 1410. That's over 600 years of ticking. It's like the OG smartwatch. And get this. The word robot comes from Czech writer Karel Čapek's play. So every time you say robot, you're speaking a little Czech. Mind blown. Last but not least, Český Krumlov is straight out of a fairy tale. With its winding rivers and medieval charm, it's Instagram gold. Hash no filter needed, so are you packing your bags yet? The Czech Republic is waiting. Don't keep the castles and beer waiting. Catch you on the next adventure. This is why you need to visit Denmark. You won't believe these awesome facts. First up, Denmark has more bikes than cars. Yep, Copenhagen is like the bike capital of the world. You could say they peddle a lot of happiness. And speaking of happiness, Denmark is one of the happiest countries on earth. Maybe it's the pastries. Gotta love those Danishes. Oh, and get this, Denmark has no mountains. The highest point, just 561 feet. Perfect for all you flatlanders out there. Ever heard of hygge? It's a Danish word that means cozy vibes. Think hot cocoa, blankets, and candlelight. Pure bliss. And let's not forget Legos. These tiny bricks were invented in Denmark. So next time you step on one, thank the Danes. Last but not least, there's a place called the Danish Riviera. Yep, beaches in Denmark. Who knew, right? So pack your bags and get ready to discover Denmark's quirky charm. And don't forget to bring your bike helmet. Skow! What I wish I knew before traveling to Djibouti, these 5 facts are wild. First up, Djibouti is home to one of the saltiest bodies of water on the planet, Lake Assal. Think your fancy sea salt is salty? This lake says, hold my brine. Second, Djibouti is a linguistic wonderland. You've got French, Arabic, Somali, and Afar all mingling together. Who knew you'd need a dictionary just to order dinner? Fact 3, Djibouti is a train lover's paradise. The Addis Ababa-Djibouti Railway is a high-speed rail adventure connecting 2 countries, all aboard the Fun Express. Fourth, this tiny country is a scuba diver's dream. The Red Sea coast is like an underwater carnival with vibrant coral reefs and exotic fish. Finding Nemo? More like finding paradise. And finally, Djibouti has a unique way of keeping cool. Locals chew cot leaves, which is like sipping on a chili soda, but leafy. It's their little secret to staying chill in the heat. So, are you ready to pack your bags and discover Djibouti? This tiny treasure is calling your name. Catch you on the flip side. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Dominica's got some wild surprises up its sleeve. First up, Dominica is home to the only boiling lake in the entire world. Yep, a lake that literally boils. Talk about hot stuff. Next, this island is a hiker's paradise. With over 300 miles of trails, your Fitbit is about to get a serious workout. Fact 3, Dominica has more waterfalls than you can shake a coconut at. So, bring your camera and say hello to your new Instagram feed. Did you know? Dominica is a natural spa. With volcanic hot springs all over, you can soak your worries away in nature's jacuzzi. And finally, the locals call it the Nature Island for a reason. With lush rainforests, rare birds, and vibrant marine life, it's like stepping into a live-action National Geographic episode. So, next time you think of the Caribbean, don't just stop at the usual suspects. Dominica is where adventure meets paradise. Ready to book your ticket yet? Catch you on the flip side. #Dominica, #travel facts. This is gonna blow your mind. Did you know the Dominican Republic is the birthplace of merengue and bachata? Alright, first up, beaches. The DR has over 1,000 miles of coastline with jaw-dropping spots like Punta Cana and Puerto Plata. Perfect for living that beach bum life. Now if you're into history, the capital, Santo Domingo, is your jam. It's the oldest European city in the Americas. Talk about vintage vibes. And foodies, listen up. Dominican food is lit. You gotta try the mango mashed plantains with fried cheese, eggs, and salami. Breakfast of champions, am I right? Oh, and adrenaline junkies, the DR's got you covered too. From ziplining through the jungle to kite surfing and cabaret, it's non-stop action. Last but not least, the people. Dominicans are some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. Their motto, Dominican Republic has it all, and they ain't kidding. So ready to book your ticket? See you in the DR. Like and subscribe for more travel vibes. If you're a travel junkie, you need to know about East Timor. Here are 5 epic facts that'll make you want to pack your bags right now. Fact number 1, East Timor is one of the newest countries in the world, gaining independence in 2002. Yep, it's younger than your favorite memes. Next up, did you know East Timor has some of the best diving spots on the planet? The coral reefs here are like underwater discos, colorful and lively. And here's a spicy one. East Timor's coffee is legendary. Seriously, this stuff could wake up a sleepwalking sloth. Perfect for your inner caffeine addict. Fact 4, the island is loaded with ancient rock art. We're talking about carvings that date back thousands of years. It's like a natural history museum, but way cooler. Last but not least, East Timor is a paradise for hikers. Mount Ramelau is the highest peak and the sunrise views, absolutely Instagram worthy. There you go, 5 reasons why East Timor should be on your travel bucket list. So, what are you waiting for? Time to get exploring. If you think Ecuador is just another country in South America, you're in for a surprise. Let's dive into some wild facts about Ecuador. First up, It's the closest country to space. Yep, Mount Chimborazo's peak is the farthest point from Earth's center. Talk about aiming high. Ever heard of the Galapagos Islands? Ecuador's got 'em. Where else can you see penguins chilling with sea lions? And hey, coffee lovers, Ecuador grows some of the world's finest beans. Your morning cup just got a whole lot cooler. Here's a quirky one. Ecuador has a town named Banos. Translation, bathrooms. But don't let the name fool you. It's a hotspot for adventure and natural hot springs. Oh, and they use the US dollar, so no need for a currency exchange headache. From surfing in Montanita to exploring the Amazon rainforest, Ecuador packs a punch in a small package. So next time someone says Ecuador's just about the equator, hit them with these cool facts. Catch you later, travelers. Hey, history buffs, buckle up for some crazy cool Egypt trivia. First up, did you know the ancient Egyptians were all about that eyeliner life? Not just for looks, but they thought it had magical healing powers. Talk about style with a purpose. Now get this, the Great Pyramid of Giza was the tallest man-made structure for over 3,800 years. That's one epic skyscraper before we even had elevators. And yo, Cleopatra, she wasn't even Egyptian. Nope, she was actually Greek. Who knew, right? Here's a wild one. Ancient Egyptians loved their pets so much they even mummified their cats. Imagine having your kitty around forever. Oh, and those hieroglyphics? They had over 700 symbols. That's like a whole emoji keyboard. Finally, the ancient Egyptians invented toothpaste. Yep, they were all about that fresh breath game even back then. Stay curious, stay cool, and keep those history vibes strong. Catch you later. If your travel bucket list doesn't include El Salvador, you're totally missing out. Let me tell you why. Welcome to El Salvador, the land of volcanoes and surf vibes. Did you know there are over 20 volcanoes here? That's like one volcano for every great meal you'll have. Speaking of food, ever heard of pupusas? They're like the cheesy, gooey cousins of the taco, and they're a national treasure. And if you're a beach bum, El Salvador's coastline has got you covered. Surf's up at El Tunco, trust me, even the waves are chill here. History buffs, don't worry. This tiny country is packed with ancient Mayan ruins. San Andres will give you those Indiana Jones vibes, without the snakes. Oh, and coffee lovers, rejoice. El Salvador's coffee is so good, it'll make you want to slap your usual cup out of your hand. So next time you're planning a trip, skip the usual spots. El Salvador's got surprises waiting for you. Ready for an adventure? Pack your bags and get ready to say, Hola, El Salvador! I bet you didn't know this about Equatorial Guinea. Let's dive into some crazy cool facts. Equatorial Guinea is one of Africa's smallest countries, but it's packed with surprises. It's got a mainland and 5 islands, so you can go from jungle hikes to beach vibes in no time. Let's talk wildlife. How about meeting the endangered drill monkey? It's like a baboon, but cooler. And did you know the capital city, Malabo, isn't even on the mainland? Yep, it's on Bioko Island. Talk about island life. Speaking of islands, the country has one of the world's least visited national parks, Monte Allen. Think lush rainforests and some serious adventure vibes. Oh, and if you're a foodie, you gotta try pescado con dos, a delicious fish stew that'll make your taste buds dance. From unique languages to hidden gems, Equatorial Guinea is a tiny country with a big personality. Add it to your travel bucket list now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more awesome travel facts. Why do 70% of Eritrean buildings have Italian vibes? Stick around to find out. Eritrea, known as the Hermit Kingdom of Africa, is packed with surprises. Did you know it has the second highest concentration of ancient obelisks, only behind Egypt? Yep, history buffs, prepare to geek out. And coffee lovers, listen up. Eritrea's got a coffee culture that's out of this world. They take their coffee ceremonies to the next level. Think incense, popcorn, and 3 rounds of espresso. Can you handle it? Oh, and check this out. Eritrea's capital, Asmara, is like a time capsule of Art Deco architecture. Built by Italians in the 1930s, it's been dubbed New Rome. Bet you didn't see that coming, huh? Plus, Eritrea has some of the most pristine beaches on the Red Sea. White sands, crystal clear waters, and hardly any tourists. It's like finding a hidden treasure. And finally, Eritrea's got 9 ethnic groups, each with its own language and traditions. Talk about a cultural melting pot. So, ready to add Eritrea to your travel bucket list? Smash that like button and hit subscribe for more travel gems. This is gonna blow your mind. What's up, travel enthusiasts? Time to get schooled on Estonia. First off, Estonia's got Wi-Fi in forests. Yep, you can stream your fave shows while getting lost in nature. Did you know Estonians invented online voting? They've been e-voting since 2005, more tech-savvy than your grandma's Facebook skills. And get this, Estonia has more supermodels per capita than anywhere else. Must be something in the water. Speaking of water, they've got over 2,000 islands. Beach paradise, anyone? Now let's talk about their saunas. Estonians treat saunas like sacred places. It's practically a rite of passage. And they're serious about their singing too. They host one of the largest song festivals in the world with over 30,000 singers. Talk about raising the roof. Lastly, Estonia's capital, Tallinn, has a medieval old town that's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It's like stepping into a fairy tale. So, who's booking a flight? Estonia's calling. Don't miss out on this hidden gem. Hit that like button if you're ready to pack your bags. Hey travel junkies! Eswatini is about to jump to the top of your bucket list. First up, did you know Eswatini is one of the last absolute monarchies in the world? Yeah, King Mswati III basically runs the show. But wait, there's more. This tiny country has some of the best wildlife reserves in Africa. Lions, rhinos, elephants, you name it, they've got it. And get this, Eswatini is the only country in the world that celebrates its new year based on the phases of the moon. Talk about celestial parties. Oh, and if you're into adrenaline, Eswatini's got you covered. Whitewater rafting, zip lining, and rock climbing are all on the menu. Plus, the local craft markets, they're a treasure trove of handmade goodies that'll make your suitcase pop. Last but not least, Eswatini hosts the Bushfire Festival, one of Africa's top music and arts festivals. It's like Coachella, but with way cooler vibes and way fewer flower crowns. So there you have it. Eswatini might be small, but it's packed with epic experiences. Ready to book your ticket yet? Catch you in Eswatini, travel fam. This is why Ethiopia should be on your travel bucket list. You won't believe these facts. Ethiopia is home to the oldest known human fossils dating back over 4 million years. That's like ancient history on steroids. Ever heard of coffee? You can thank Ethiopia for your morning buzz. It's the birthplace of coffee. Imagine a world without it. Terrifying, right? And get this, they have their own calendar. They're living in 2016 right now. So you can literally time travel by visiting Ethiopia. Ethiopia is also one of the only countries in Africa that was never colonized. Talk about fierce independence. Oh, and the landscapes? From the Danakil Depression, one of the hottest places on Earth, to the stunning Simeon Mountains, it's a geography geek's paradise. And for all you foodies, Ethiopian cuisine is a flavor explosion. Ever tried injera? It's a spongy flatbread that will make your taste buds dance. So what are you waiting for? Ethiopia is calling. See you there. Peace out, travel fam. What's something people don't know about Fiji? Ready to get your mind blown? Alright, fact number 1. Fiji is made up of 333 islands. Yeah, you heard me right. 333. That's like one for every day of the year with a few spares for leap years. Next up, ever tried kava? It's a traditional drink that'll make your tongue go numb. Don't worry, it's totally safe and quite the conversation starter. Fact 3. Fiji has a village where you can be adopted as a chief for a day. Imagine ruling your own island, even if just for 24 hours. Move over, Game of Thrones. Here's a wild one. There's a place called the Garden of the Sleeping Giant. Sounds like a fairy tale, right? It's actually an orchid garden started by an actor who played, wait for it, Perry Mason. And finally, you can actually swim with sharks in Fiji. Talk about taking a bite out of your vacation. So, ready to pack your bags and head to Fiji? Trust me, it's more than just a pretty face. Hit that like button if you're ready for an island adventure. What I wish I knew about Finland before I visited? Prepare to be amazed. Finland has over 2 million saunas. That's one for every 2.5 people. Imagine sweating it out in style. Ever wondered where Santa lives? Yep, Finland's Lapland is his official home. Ho ho ho, anyone? Finland's got 188,000 lakes. That's more lakes than you can shake a stick at. Perfect for a summer splash. And get this, they have midnight sun in summer. Sunlight for 24 hours. No bedtime stories needed. Feeling competitive? Finland's got you covered with the wife-carrying world championship. Win your wife's weight in beer. Cheers to that. Lastly, Finland loves coffee. They're the biggest coffee drinkers in the world. Now that's a perk me up, so there you have it. Finland, the land of quirky facts and cool vibes. Hit that like button if you're ready to pack your bags. Am I the only one that didn't know France was this wild? Buckle up for 10 crazy facts about France that are gonna blow your mind. Number 1, the French eat 30,000 tons of snails each year. That's like a snail-eating competition every day. Number 2, there's only one stop sign in the entire city of Paris. Imagine that. Just one. Number 3, France is the most visited country in the world. Over 89 million tourists yearly. No pressure, Eiffel Tower. Number 4, French was the official language of England for 300 years. Fancy that. Number 5, the Louvre is so massive it would take you 100 days to see every piece of art if you spent 30 seconds on each. Who's got that kind of time? Number 6, France has a dozen time zones. Jet lag, anyone? Number 7, the French army was the first to use camouflage in 1915. Sneaky. Number 8, the shortest reign of a French king was 20 minutes. Talk about a quick exit. Number 9, France produces over 1,500 types of cheese. Say cheese indeed. Number 10, the oldest person ever recorded was French. Jean Calment lived to be 122 years old, that's it. Now you can impress your friends with these wild facts. Au revoir. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Gabon, baby, let's go! Located on the west coast of Central Africa, Gabon is a wild adventure waiting to be discovered. This place is home to 13 national parks. That's right, 13. Think elephants, gorillas, and hippos just chilling in their natural habitat. And get this, Gabon has a surfing scene that will blow your mind. Pointe Dennis Beach, anyone? Oh, and foodies, listen up. Gabonese cuisine is a flavor bomb. From Niembwe chicken to cassava, your taste buds will do a happy dance. Here's a fun fact. Gabon is one of the most urbanized countries in Africa. Yep, Libreville, the capital, is a bustling, vibrant city with a mix of modern vibes and traditional roots. So next time you're planning a trip, don't sleep on Gabon. Adventure, culture, and some serious bragging rights all in one package. Catch you later, travel buffs. I bet you didn't know these surprising facts about Gambia. Let's get into it. First up, did you know Gambia is the smallest country on mainland Africa? Size doesn't matter when you're packed with culture. Next, the River Gambia runs right through the country, and it's like the country's main street. Fun fact, you can actually take a boat ride from the capital to the Atlantic Ocean. Talk about a scenic commute. And hey, bird lovers, listen up. Gambia is a birdwatcher's paradise with over 560 species. Want to see a rare bird? Just step outside. Now, here's a foodie tip. If you visit, you gotta try Demota, the national dish. It's a peanut butter stew that'll make your taste buds dance. Oh, and let's not forget about Banjul, the capital city. It's tiny but mighty, with vibrant markets and friendly locals. Perfect for some urban exploring. And finally, ever heard of the Kachikali crocodile pool? Legend says if you touch a croc, you'll have good luck. Just don't get too close, okay? So there you have it. Gambia, small in size but huge in adventure. Ready to pack your bags yet? Gambia awaits. Exposing the coolest secrets of Georgia. Get ready, folks. Georgia, the country, not the state. Did you know it's home to one of the world's oldest cities? Yup, Mitsketa has been around since the 5th century BC. That's a lot of history and delicious food. Speaking of big, Georgia also boasts the stunning Caucasus Mountains. More room for wine, right? Well, actually, Georgia is one of the oldest wine-producing regions in the world. Yeah, Stalin's got his hometown pride covered. And get this, Georgia was a key part of the ancient Silk Road. Talk about a historically rich entrance. Here's a quirky one. In Georgia, khachapuri is a must-try and it's best enjoyed with your hands. Finger-licking mandatory. Plus, Georgia has a charming town called Signagi. That's right, you can send your postcards from Signagi, Georgia. Last but not least, the Borjomi Karagali National Park. It's one of the largest and most well-preserved national parks in Europe. So pack your bags, folks. Georgia's calling your name.
Are you ready to be blown away by Germany? Spoiler alert. It's not all about beer and festivals. Germany's Autobahn has no speed limit in some areas. Yep, pedal to the metal. But that's not all. Did you know there are over 1,500 different types of sausages in Germany? Talk about variety. And here's a quirky one. There's a bridge in Germany built just for squirrels. You heard me right, squirrels. Oh, and Berlin has more bridges than Venice. Mind blown. But wait, there's more. Germany is home to the world's largest cuckoo clock. TikTok, anyone? And for all you techies out there, the MP3 format was invented by a German. So next time you jam to your playlist, give a nod to Germany. There you have it. Germany is way more than just Oktoberfest. Ready to pack your bags and explore? Auf Wiedersehen.
Yo, world wanderers! Guinea's got some secrets you gotta hear. Alright, first up, did you know Guinea is home to the Fouta Djallon Highlands? It's like the Grand Canyon, but greener. Now brace yourselves. Guinea has over 24 ethnic groups. That's like a mini United Nations in one country. And if you're a music lover, Guinea's got beats for days. Its traditional drumming is so rhythmic, it'll make your heart dance. Oh, and let's talk food. Ever tried fufu? It's like mashed potatoes, but with a West African twist. Delish! Here's a fun one. The capital, Conakry, is on the coast. So you can hit the beach and be in the bustling city all in one day. And for the nature buffs, Guinea's got one of Africa's last tropical rainforests. Talk about biodiversity goals. Alright, that's a wrap. So, who's adding Guinea to their bucket list? Smash that like button and hit subscribe for more travel deeds. Peace out. If you're a travel nut, you need to know these jaw-dropping Greek facts. Buckle up, Greece is the birthplace of democracy, which means we can thank them for our endless political debates. Ever wondered where the Olympics started? Yep, Greece. Imagine running a marathon in a toga. And get this, Greeks eat more cheese per capita than anyone else. Feta cheese lovers unite. Oh, and they have over 6,000 islands. But only around 200 are inhabited. So many beach parties, so little time. Speaking of parties, Greeks celebrate name days more than birthdays. More cake, less age stress. Plus, Greek is one of the oldest languages still spoken today. Over 3,000 years old and still going strong. And finally, Greece has more archaeological museums than any other country in the world. History buffs, this is your paradise. So there you have it. Greece is not just a vacation spot, it's a treasure trove of awesomeness. Catch you later, travel fam. Yo, travel fam. Ready to spice up your travel plans? Let's dive into Grenada. This tiny Caribbean gem is not just a pretty face. Grenada is the world's second largest producer of nutmeg, so if you like pumpkin spice, thank Grenada. Want to go off the beaten path? Grenada has underwater sculptures. Yep, you can snorkel through an art gallery. And here's a kicker. Grenada's Grand Anse Beach is ranked as one of the top beaches in the world. Pack your sunscreen, folks. Oh, and if you're a chocolate lover, Grenada's got you covered. Their chocolate is world-famous, organic, and delish. So whether you're a beach bum, an art geek, or a foodie, Grenada's got something for everyone. Ready to add this spicy island to your bucket list? Hit that like button and subscribe for more travel nuggets. Subscribe, share, comment, thanks. Think you know Guatemala? Think again, this country is full of surprises. Let's uncover some surprising secrets about this amazing and diverse country. First up, Guatemala is home to an astonishing 37 volcanoes. Yeah, you heard that right. So if you're into hiking with a side of potential eruption, this is your spot. Next, let's talk about coffee. Guatemala produces some of the world's best coffee beans, renowned globally. So if you're a coffee snob, consider this your paradise on earth. Now here's a fun one. The traditional Mayan calendar is still used by many indigenous communities. Time travel, anyone? And for all you chocolate lovers out there, Guatemala is where the ancient Maya first invented chocolate. Sweet Tooth approved. Oh, and did you know there's a place called Semak Champe? It's a natural wonder featuring turquoise pools and a secret river running beneath them. Nature's hidden gem. Finally, Guatemala City is one of the largest cities in Central America. It's a buzzing urban jungle with a vibrant culture and nightlife. So next time you're planning a trip, don't just settle for the usual spots. Give Guatemala a go and get ready to be amazed by its wonders. Yo, world wanderers! Guinea's got some secrets you gotta hear. Alright, first up, did you know Guinea is home to the Futa Jalon Highlands? It's like the Grand Canyon, but greener. Now brace yourselves. Guinea has over 24 ethnic groups. That's like a mini United Nations in one country. And if you're a music lover, Guinea's got beats for days. Its traditional drumming is so rhythmic, it'll make your heart dance. Oh, and let's talk food. Ever tried fufu? It's like mashed potatoes, but with a West African twist. Delish! Here's a fun one. The capital, Conakry, is on the coast. So you can hit the beach and be in the bustling city all in one day. And for the nature buffs, Guinea's got one of Africa's last tropical rainforests. Talk about biodiversity goals. Alright, that's a wrap. So, who's adding Guinea to their bucket list? Smash that like button and hit subscribe for more travel deeds. Peace out. If you've never heard of Guinea-Bissau, you're in for a treat. Buckle up! This tiny West African country is a hidden gem. Did you know Guinea-Bissau is home to the Biagos Archipelago? That's 88 islands. It's like the Caribbean, but cooler. And hold up, fish lovers. Guinea-Bissau has a fish so big they call it the Nile perch. And it can weigh up to 440 pounds. That's like riding a fish instead of a surfboard. Ever dreamt of a hippo sighting? You can see these big guys chilling in the Orango Island National Park. Beats any zoo, right? Oh, and coffee addicts, listen up. Guinea-Bissau's coffee is top-notch, and it's not just for drinking. They use coffee leaves to make a tea called bissap. Double caffeine, double fun. Lastly, party animals, don't miss the Guinea-Bissau Carnival. It's like a non-stop street party with dancing, music, and costumes that put Halloween to shame. So why not add Guinea-Bissau to your bucket list? Discover the unexpected. Catch you on the next adventure. Yo, Wanderlusters, buckle up for some jaw-dropping Guyana trivia. Let's go. First up, Guyana is the only English-speaking country in South America. That's right, no language barrier here. Did you know Guyana means land of many waters? And they ain't kidding. With over 300 waterfalls, including the epic Kayatur Falls, you'll be soaking in nature. Literally. Craving gold? Guyana's got you covered. It's one of the top gold producers in the world. Just remember, no panning without permission, folks. And foodies, get excited. Guyanese cuisine is a delicious mashup of African, Indian, and Caribbean flavors. Pepper pot, anyone? Speaking of mashups, Guyana's wildlife is next level. Think jaguars, giant anteaters, and river dolphins. Talk about a wild adventure. Last but not least, Guyana's got vibes. Carnival here isn't just a party, it's a national treasure. Colorful costumes, infectious music, and non-stop dancing. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and let Guyana surprise you. Catch you on the next adventure. Why do 75% of travelers miss out on the hidden gems of Haiti? Stick around to find out. First up, did you know Haiti is the only country in the world to have a national park dedicated to a citadel? Yep, the Citadel La Ferrière is a fortress with a view that'll knock your socks off. And get this, Haiti shares the island of Hispaniola with the Dominican Republic. It's like the ultimate tropical roommate situation. Now here's a spicy one. Haiti is the birthplace of voodoo. But don't worry, it's more about good vibes and less about pin-filled dolls. Next, if you think you've seen beautiful beaches, Wait till you hit the sands of Labadee. It's like Mother Nature's Instagram feed. Foodies, listen up. Haitian cuisine is a wild ride of flavors. Ever tried griot? It's fried pork heaven. Bonus fact, Haiti is home to the world's largest solar-powered hospital. Talk about eco-friendly healing vibes. So there you have it. 10 jaw-dropping facts about Haiti. Ready to book your ticket yet? Hit that like button if you're feeling the wanderlust. Catch you later, Globetrotters. What do you really know about Honduras? Get ready to have your mind blown. Alright, first off, did you know Honduras is home to the second largest coral reef in the world? Yeah, take that, Australia. Next up, ever heard of the White City? It's a legendary lost city somewhere in the Mosquitia rainforest. Think Indiana Jones, but with more mosquitoes. Fun fact, Honduras is the original banana republic. No, not the store, I mean the country that practically ran on bananas in the early 1900s. Talk about an appealing history. Oh, and coffee lovers, listen up. Honduras produces some of the best coffee in the world. So, next time you sip that latte, thank Honduras for the caffeine kick. And here's a quirky one. The residents of Yoro have a festival called La Lluvia de Peces, or Rain of Fish. Yep, fish literally rain from the sky during heavy storms. Nature's version of fast food delivery. So next time someone brings up Honduras, you've got the facts to keep the convo rolling. Stay curious, travelers. What's up, Wanderlusters? Let's dive into some crazy cool Hungary facts. First up, Budapest isn't just one city, it's two. That's right, Buda and Pest were separate cities until 1873. Mind blown. And get this, Hungary has its own Grand Canyon, it's called the Danube Bend, and it's a natural wonder you gotta see to believe. Ever heard of Rubik's Cube? Yep, it was invented by a Hungarian. Erno Rubik, you genius. Oh, and if you're a wine lover, Hungary's got you covered. Tokaji wine is the king of wines and has been around since the 1600s. Cheers to that. But wait, there's more. Hungary has the largest thermal water cave system in the world, so pack those swimsuits. Last but not least, Hungary gave us the ballpoint pen. So thank you, Hungary, for making school notes a tad bit easier. Alright folks, now you've got some killer Hungary facts to impress your friends with. Safe travels and stay curious. This is why you need to pack your bags and head to Iceland. Pronto. First off, Iceland's got more volcanoes than Kardashians have selfies. Over 130 active ones. But don't worry, they're mostly chill. Second, the sun never sets in summer. That's right, you can party all night without ever seeing the dark. Midnight sun, anyone? And let's talk about those Icelandic horses. They're like Viking ponies. Strong, sturdy, and they do this unique gait called tolt. It's like the horse version of moonwalking. Ever bathed in a blue lagoon? Iceland's got your back. Natural hot springs heated by the Earth's core. It's like Mother Nature's jacuzzi. Oh, and elves, yup. 50% of Icelanders believe in them. They even have elf consultants for construction projects. Imagine that on a resume. So, pack your bags and get ready for a legendary adventure. Iceland's calling, and it's got some epic tales to tell. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's dive into India. Alright, first up, did you know India has a floating post office? Yep, it's in Srinagar. Next, India's got a village called Shani Shingnapur where houses have no doors. Zero crime though, talk about trust. And hey, you think you love tea? India's the second largest producer of tea in the world. Chai, anyone? Oh, here's a wild one. India has a spa for elephants. Elephants getting their zen on in Kerala. Check this, India has the world's largest gathering of humans, Kumbh Mela. It's so massive it can be seen from space. And did you know the concept of shampoo was invented here? Hair game strong since ancient times. Ever heard of a place with more hermits than a monastery? Varanasi is older than history itself. Also, there's a temple in Pushkar that's dedicated to rats. Yep, Karni Mata Temple, folks. Lastly, India gave the world yoga. Namaste to that. So are you packing your bags yet? Hit that subscribe button for more mind-blowing travel facts. See ya. What I wish I knew before visiting Indonesia, these facts are wild. Indonesia isn't just about Bali beaches, folks. This archipelago has over 17,000 islands. That's more islands than your Netflix watchlist has shows. And get this, Indonesia is home to the world's largest flower, the Rafflesia arnoldi. It's got petals the size of a toddler. But it smells like a gym sock left in a locker for a year. Speaking of big, ever heard of Komodo dragons? These lizards are basically real-life dragons and can grow over 10 feet long. Trust me, you don't want to meet one in a dark alley. Oh, and coffee lovers, listen up. Indonesia is the birthplace of Kopi Luwak, the world's most expensive coffee. It's made from beans that a civet cat, how do I put this delicately, poops out. Yeah, you heard right. But it's not all wild and wacky. The country has over 300 ethnic groups and more than 700 languages, imagine the family reunions. So next time you think you know Indonesia, remember these mind-boggling facts. Catch you later, travel bugs. Are you ready to uncover some wild secrets about Iran? Let's jump into 10 crazy facts that will totally surprise you. Fact 1. Iran is home to the world's oldest windmills. Yeah, those things have been spinning since the 9th century. Fact 2. Forget what you think you know about deserts. Iran has lush forests and even ski resorts. Who knew, right? Fact 3. The Persian cat, the luxurious furball, hails from Iran. Fancy, huh? Fact 4. Iran's capital, Tehran, has snow-capped mountains perfect for winter sports. Move over, Aspen. Fact 5. Iran boasts one of the largest reserves of caviar. That's right, fish eggs are a big deal here. Fact 6. The Persian Empire was one of the largest empires in history. Like, we're talking serious Game of Thrones vibes. Fact 7. Iran has one of the world's best internet censorship systems. Surf wisely, my friends. Fact 8. Persian rugs aren't just floor candy, they're cultural masterpieces. Some take years to make. Fact 9. Iran has 24 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Yep, culture overload. Fact 10. Last but not least, Iran is the birthplace of polo. Saddle up, history buffs. So next time you think of Iran, remember, it's way more than meets the eye. Hit that like button for more crazy travel facts. What's something people don't know about Iraq? Let's dive into some epic facts that will totally change your view. First up, did you know Iraq is home to the world's oldest city, Uruk? That's right, over 5,000 years old and still making headlines. But wait, there's more. Iraq gave us the wheel. Yeah, you heard that right, the wheel. Next time you ride your skateboard or drive your car, thank ancient Mesopotamians. And let's talk about Baghdad. In the 13th century, it was the place to be. Think of it as the Silicon Valley of the medieval world, buzzing with scholars and inventors. Oh, and here's a fun one. Iraq has marshes. Yes, marshes. The Mesopotamian marshes are often called the Venice of the East. Who knew, right? Lastly, Iraqis invented board games. Forget Fortnite, they had the royal game of Ur, which is over 4,000 years old. Game night just got historical. So, next time you think of Iraq, remember, it's not just sand and camels, it's wheels, ancient cities, and epic game nights. Catch you later, history buffs. Are you curious about what makes Ireland so magical? Buckle up for some mind-blowing facts. First up, did you know that Ireland has no snakes? Yep, not a single slithery serpent in sight. Thanks, St. Patrick. And here's a fun one. The Titanic, yes, Titanic was built in Belfast. Bet you didn't see that iceberg coming. Oh, and get this, Ireland is home to more sheep than people. Brilliant, right? Speaking of animals, the Irish love their dogs. They've got a native breed called the Irish Wolfhound. It's like having a pony in your living room. Ever heard of a leprechaun museum? Yep, it's a real thing. Located in Dublin, it's all about the mischief and magic of these tiny tricksters. And if you're a bookworm, Dublin is your paradise. It's a UNESCO City of Literature. James Joyce fans rejoice. Finally, let's talk about the pubs. There's one in Athlone that's been around since 900 AD. That's over a millennium of good crack. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and discover the magic of Ireland. Slainty. Hold on to your hats, folks. Get ready to have your mind blown with these crazy Israel facts. First up, did you know Israel's got more museums per capita than any other country? Yeah, it's like the ultimate nerd paradise. And hey, Tel Aviv is known as the startup nation. With more startups per person than Silicon Valley, it's like the tech world's cooler cousin. Now brace yourselves. Israel is home to the world's oldest continuously used cemetery. Talk about ancient history. Feeling the munchies? Israel's got you covered with a national obsession hummus. Seriously, they even have hummus-flavored ice cream. Weird flex, but okay. Oh, and for all you fitness fans, Israel hosts an annual marathon. In the desert, running in the sand dunes, that's next-level cardio. Last but not least, Israeli cows produce more milk per cow than any other country. Talk about utterly impressive. So next time you think of Israel, remember, it's not just history and holy sites, it's also hummus, high-tech, and hardcore marathons. Catch you on the flip side, travel fam.
What I wish I knew before visiting Italy? It's crazier than you think. Italy's got more than just pasta and pizza. Fact 1. Did you know there's a fountain in Trevi where people toss in almost $1.5 million a year? That's a lot of gelato cash. Next up, Italy has over 1,500 lakes. Bet you didn't see that one coming. And here's a spicy one. Italy has a free wine fountain. Yep, you heard that right. Free wine fountain. It's in Caldari di Ortona. Cheers to that. Oh, and speaking of cheers, Italians drink more coffee than anyone else in Europe. Must be all those espresso shots. Italy also gave us the oldest university in the world. Shout out to University of Bologna, established in 1088. That's like ancient history. Ever been to a supermarket in Italy? Brace yourself, they shut down for riposo, their version of siesta. No shopping during nap time. And here's a quirky one. In Italy, you can get fined for wearing flip-flops in Cinque Terre. So, keep those toes covered. Last but not least, Italy's got more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any other country. So, pack your bags and get exploring. That's your crash course on Italy. Ciao for now.
What's up, travel junkies? Ever heard of Ivory Coast? Get ready for some mind-blowing facts. First up, did you know Ivory Coast is the world's largest producer of cocoa? Yep, your favorite chocolate probably started its journey right here. Sweet, huh? Next, the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace in Yamoussoukro is the largest church in the world. Move over, Vatican. Oh, and it's got room for 18,000 of your closest friends. Now let's talk about the beaches. Grand Bassam is not just an Instagram hotspot. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Expect white sands and colonial vibes, major travel goals. Feeling adventurous? The Thai National Park is a jungle paradise with some of the most unique wildlife on the planet. Think pygmy hippos and chimpanzees pulling ninja moves. And here's a quirky one. The Ivorian love for atiki, a dish made from cassava. It's like couscous but better. Trust your taste buds will thank you. Ivory Coast is more than just a pit stop. It's a vibrant mix of culture, adventure, and epic stories waiting to be lived. Ready to pack your bags? Catch you on the flip side. If you're a travel junkie, you gotta know these insane facts about Jamaica. First off, Jamaica gave us Bob Marley, the king of reggae. But did you know it's also home to the fastest man on earth, Usain Bolt? Yeah, lightning really does strike twice. Speaking of speed, Jamaica has more churches per square mile than anywhere else. Holy smokes! And if you're feeling a bit more spirited, Jamaica's rum punches pack a punch. Feeling adventurous? Head to Mystic Mountain for bobsledding in the tropics, or visit the luminous lagoon where the water glows in the dark. It's like swimming in a galaxy. And here's a fun fact. Jamaica was the first tropical country to enter the Winter Olympics. Cool runnings indeed. Craving some caffeine? Jamaica's Blue Mountain coffee is world famous. Sipping it feels like tasting liquid gold. Oh, and ever heard of jerk chicken? Yep, Jamaica gave the world that smoky, spicy goodness. Last but not least, Jamaica is the birthplace of James Bond. That's right, Ian Fleming wrote his novels here. So, when's your next flight to Jamaica? Pack your bags and let's hit the island, man. Got 60 seconds? Let's blow your mind with some awesome Japan trivia. First up, did you know that Japan has a vending machine for every 23 people? You can get anything from hot coffee to fresh eggs. Next, Tokyo's got a restaurant where robots serve you dinner. Yep, you can chow down while a robot does a little dance. And here's a kicker. There's a train station in Japan that has no entrance or exit. It's just for people to stop and enjoy the scenic view. Ever heard of Kanamara Matsuri? It's a festival dedicated to the male anatomy. Trust me, you gotta Google that one. Oh, and ninjas. There are actual ninja schools you can join. Who needs karate when you can learn to throw shurikens? Finally, Mount Fuji isn't just for hiking, it's considered a sacred site. Climbing it is almost like a pilgrimage for some. So, ready to pack your bags? Japan is quirky, cool, and waiting for you. Hit that like button if you want more crazy travel facts. If you thought Jordan was just a name, think again. We're diving into some wild facts about the country. Let's kick things off with Petra. Forget Indiana Jones, this ancient city is the real deal. Carved into pink sandstone, it's literally a rose-red city half as old as time. Next up, the Dead Sea. It's so salty, you float without trying. Perfect for those who can't swim. But pro tip, don't splash around too much, that water stings. Did you know Jordan is home to more than just desert? Check out Wadi Rum, think Mars, but on Earth. This place looks like another planet and even hosted movies like The Martian. Feeling peckish? Mansaf is Jordan's national dish. Lamb cooked in fermented yogurt, served with rice. It's a flavor explosion you won't forget. And let's not skip Amman. The capital city is a blend of old and new with ancient ruins just chilling next to modern cafes. So there you have it, a sneak peek into Jordan. Pack your bags and get ready to explore. Adventure awaits. Ready to get your mind blown by Kazakhstan? Buckle up! Kazakhstan is the 9th largest country in the world. Yeah, it's bigger than you thought, and guess what? It's home to the ancient Silk Road, the OG trade route connecting east and west. Want to feel like a cowboy? Kazakhstan has more horses than people. Okay, maybe not, but still, it's a lot. Plus, this place gave us the first apple. That's right, your morning apple juice has roots here. Ever wonder where astronauts train? The Baikonur Cosmodrome in Kazakhstan is where they prep for space. Talk about shooting for the stars. And here's a wild one. The Kazakh language has no word for cousin. Everyone's just family. Ain't that sweet? From vast steppes to bustling cities like Almaty, there's always something epic to explore. So, next time you're planning a trip, think Kazakhstan. It's got more surprises than your grandma's attic. Catch you on the flip side, travel junkies. If you think Kenya is just lions and deserts, buckle up, you're in for a wild ride. Fact number 1, Kenya is home to the Great Rift Valley, a 6,000-kilometer crack in the Earth's crust. Talk about a continental divide. Ever heard of the Masai Mara? This place hosts the greatest wildlife migration on Earth. Think millions of animals on the move. Now get this, Kenya's capital, Nairobi, has a national park right next to skyscrapers. Imagine seeing a giraffe on your way to work. Kenya isn't just about nature, it's also the birthplace of mobile money. M-Pizza, baby. Cashless before it was cool. And for the speed demons, Kenya's athletes have dominated marathons worldwide. Must be something in the water, right? Last but not least, Kenya's coastline is a beach lover's dream. White sand, turquoise waters, and a whole lot of chill vibes. So pack those bags and get ready for an adventure. Kenya's calling. What's something people don't know about Kiribati? Stick around and we'll drop some knowledge bombs. Kiribati is the only country in the world that's in all 4 hemispheres. Yeah, you heard me right. North, south, east, and west. Talk about a global citizen. And get this, Christmas comes early here, literally. One of its islands is called Christmas Island, and it's the first place on Earth to celebrate each new year. How's that for being ahead of the curve? Worried about rising sea levels? Kiribati's got a plan. They've purchased land in Fiji as a backup in case things get too wavy. Now that's thinking ahead. Plus, Kiribati is home to some of the most pristine beaches you'll ever lay eyes on. Think white sand, clear blue waters, and 0 crowds. Paradise, anyone? So next time you're planning a trip, don't sleep on Kiribati. This tiny nation's got some big surprises. Like and subscribe for more travel gems. Catch you on the flip side. Why do 99% of people think North Korea is a mystery wrapped in an enigma? Let's unwrap it together. Alright, let's kick things off with this. Did you know North Korea has its own unique time zone? Yep, they call it Pyongyang time. Just to keep things, uniquely North Korean. And speaking of unique, North Korea claims to have discovered a unicorn lair. Yeah, you heard me right. Unicorns. In caves. Mind officially blown. Now let's talk sports. Kim Jong-un is reportedly a big fan of basketball. And not just any basketball, but specifically, the Chicago Bulls. Maybe he's got a sweet spot for the 90s era. Oh, and get this, they have a 100% literacy rate. Everyone reads, folks. It's the law. And if you think that's cool, wait till you hear about their calendar. It's not 2024 over there. It's Juche 113. They reset the calendar based on Kim Il-sung's birth year. Crazy, right? But that's North Korea for you, full of surprises. Hit that like button for more mind-bending history facts and stay tuned. I don't think people understand just how wild South Korea really is. Ready for some jaw-dropping facts? Let's dive right in. Alright, fact number 1. South Korea has the fastest internet in the world. We're talking blink and you miss it speeds. So, if you're a binge watcher, this is your ultimate paradise. Next up, South Korea is home to the first ever cloned dog. Yup, it's a real-life Scooby-Doo. His name is Snuppy, and he's living proof that science fiction is now science fact. And did you know that in South Korea there's a special day for single folks? It's called Black Day, and it's in April. Singles wear black and eat black noodles. Sounds weird, but hey, why not? Here's a kicker. South Koreans are super into gaming. They even have dedicated gaming TV channels. Move over ESPN, it's all about the esports. Last but not least, South Korea has a cafe culture that's out of this world. From raccoon cafes to poop-themed cafes, there's something for everyone. Who knew enjoying a latte could be so interesting? So pack your bags, folks. South Korea is calling, and it's got some wild surprises in store for you. Catch you next time. Ever heard of a country smaller than New Jersey but richer than gold? Okay, buckle up, travel enthusiasts. Did you know Kuwait has no rivers? Yep, not a single one. But don't sweat it, they've got desalination plants to turn seawater into drinking water. Oh, and forget Uber. Kuwait boasts some of the cheapest gas prices in the world. Imagine filling up your tank for less than a cup of fancy coffee. And get this, Kuwaitis love their malls. The Avenues Mall is so big it's practically a city within a city. Shopping spree, anyone? Now, for a slice of history, Kuwait was the first Gulf country to have a constitution and a parliament. Talk about being ahead of the curve. And let's not forget about the food. Ever tried makbuz? It's like a Kuwaiti version of biryani, and it's absolutely delicious. So, next time someone says Kuwait is just a dot on the map, you can tell them it's a dot with a lot. That's all for today, folks. Hit that like button if you learned something new. This is why you need to put Kyrgyzstan on your travel bucket list. It's time to get your mind blown. Fact number 1, did you know that over 80% of Kyrgyzstan is covered in mountains? It's basically the Alps of Central Asia. And get this, Kyrgyzstan has more horses than people. So if you ever wanted to live out your cowboy dreams, this is the place. Yeehaw! Here's a fun one. They have a sport called cockbaroo that's like rugby, but with a dead goat. Yeah, you heard that right. Think of it as extreme polo. Speaking of traditions, yurts are a big deal here. These round, portable homes have been used for centuries. Tiny home trend? Kyrgyzstan's been there, done that. Now let's talk food. Ever tried besh barmak? It's a hearty dish of noodles and meat, and it literally means 5 fingers because you're supposed to eat it with your hands. Finger licking good. Finally, Kyrgyzstan's got one of the coolest lakes ever, Issyk-Kul. It never freezes, even in winter, and it's the second largest mountain lake in the world. So, next time you're itching for adventure, remember Kyrgyzstan. It's got mountains, horses, yurts, and dead goat rugby. What more could you want? Catch you on the flip side. Why do 90% of travelers miss these mind-blowing facts about Laos? Let's fix that right now. First up, did you know Laos is home to the Plain of Jars? Giant stone jars scattered across fields. No one knows why they're there. Aliens? Maybe. Next, Laos is the most bombed country per capita in history. Thanks, Cold War. But it's now a peaceful haven. And hey, ever tried beer Lao? This local brew is award-winning and made with rice. Drink up responsibly. Laos has no ocean, but guess what? It's got the 4,000 islands. Perfect for a lazy day of hammock chillin'. Here's a fun one. Every Laotian New Year, they have a water fight. Songkran Festival, where getting soaked is a blessing. Feeling adventurous? Check out the zip line in the Bokeo Nature Reserve. Fly through the jungle like Tarzan. Oh, and you can stay in tree houses there too. Real-life Swiss Family Robinson vibes. And finally, the Laotian currency is called kip. You'll feel like a millionaire with just 100 bucks in your pocket. So there you have it. 10 crazy facts about Laos that'll make you want to pack your bags. Catch you in Laos, Globetrotters. Wish I knew these Latvia facts before my last trip. Oh boy, do I have news for you. Welcome to the land of 1,000 surprises. First up, did you know Latvia has more than 12,000 rivers? Yeah, it's like the Venice of the Baltics. And speaking of water, they've got beaches. Yes, beaches in the Baltics. Jermala's white sands could give the Mediterranean a run for its money. Next, let's talk architecture. Riga's Old Town? UNESCO World Heritage Site, baby. It's like walking through a medieval fairy tale. And if you're a fan of art, Latvia is the birthplace of Mark Rothko. Yeah, that Rothko. Modern art just got a little more Latvian. Oh, and foodies, listen up. Ever tried gray peas with bacon? It's a traditional Latvian dish that's gonna blow your taste buds away. It's like comfort food 2.0. And don't even get me started on their rye bread. You'll never look at a sandwich the same way again. So, next time someone says Latvia is just another Baltic state, hit them with these facts. Because Latvia, it's anything but ordinary. Catch you on the flip side, adventurers. I think I messed up. Or did I? Let's dive into some mind-blowing facts about Lebanon. First off, did you know Lebanon is home to the world's oldest city? Byblos, baby. It's been around for over 7,000 years. That's older than your grandma's grandma's grandma, and get this, Lebanon has no deserts. Despite being in the Middle East, it's all about those lush mountains and scenic beaches. Talk about a plot twist. Oh, and foodies, rejoice. Lebanon's got over 4,000 restaurants for a nation smaller than Connecticut. You could eat at a different spot every day for 11 years and still not hit them all. Here's a doozy. Lebanon's national symbol is the majestic cedar tree. These beauties are so old they were mentioned in the Bible. Hash tree goals, am I right? And finally, Lebanon's people are multilingual. Arabic, French, English, take your pick. They practically invented the term linguistic flex, so there you have it. Lebanon, a tiny country with giant surprises. Ready to pack your bags? Catch you in the next adventure. Yo, Wanderlusters, you won't believe what Lesotho's got up its sleeve. First up, Lesotho is the only country in the world that's entirely above 1,000 meters in elevation. Talk about living life on a high note. And check this out, Lesotho has snow. Yep, Africa's got a winter wonderland and it's called Lesotho. Bet you didn't see that coming. Oh, and for you adventure seekers, Lesotho's got something awesome called the Maletsunyani Falls. It's home to one of the world's longest single-drop abseils. Translation? You can rappel down a 630-foot waterfall, but wait, there's more. Lesotho's got a dino park, like for real. You can find ancient dinosaur footprints just chilling in the rocks. Jurassic Park vibes, anyone? And let's not forget the people. Lesotho folks ride horses like they're straight out of an old western. Cowboy hats and everything. So ready to add Lesotho to your bucket list? Trust me, you won't regret it. Catch you on the flip side, Globetrotters. Peace out. Everybody's looking for their next adventure, right? Well, pack your bags because Liberia is where the fun's at. Liberia, the country with the first female president in Africa, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Talk about girl power, right? And get this, Liberia was founded by freed American slaves. They even named the capital Monrovia after US President James Monroe. How cool is that? Oh, and if you love nature, Liberia's got you covered. Sapo National Park is home to some of the rarest animals like the pygmy hippopotamus. Yep, mini hippos. Now let's talk cash. Liberia uses the Liberian dollar and, wait for it, US dollars too. So no need to stress over currency exchange. And here's a fun one for foodies. Liberia's got some killer jollof rice. Think you've had the best? Think again. Last but not least, did you know Liberia has a surf scene? Yep, the beaches are perfect for catching some waves. So what are you waiting for? Liberia is calling your name. Hit that like button if you're ready to explore. What's something people don't know about Libya? Buckle up because you're about to find out. Libya isn't just desert and camels, folks. This North African gem is full of surprises. Did you know Libya has the largest oil reserves in Africa? Yep, this place is liquid gold central. Next up, check this out. Libya is home to the ancient city of Leptis Magna, one of the best preserved Roman ruins on the planet. History buffs, rejoice. And here's a wild one. Libya has only one river. It's called the Wadi El Hayat, but don't expect any gondolas. Hold on, foodies, did you know Libyan cuisine is a mix of Mediterranean and Arabic flavors? Harissa and couscous, anyone? Okay, geography nerds, Libya's coastline stretches over 1,100 miles along the Mediterranean Sea. Beach vibes all day. Ever heard of the Sahara Desert? Of course you have. The largest desert in the world covers most of Libya. Sand, sand, and more sand. And for all you architecture lovers, the Gurgi Mosque in Tripoli is a masterpiece of Ottoman design. Libya, folks, full of oil, history, food, and beaches. Who knew? Catch you on the next adventure. I'm sure you've heard the news. Liechtenstein is the ultimate hidden gem in Europe. This tiny country is smaller than Washington, D.C., but don't let its size fool you. With only 62 square miles, you could walk across it in a day. Liechtenstein's got no army. Yep, you heard right. The last time they had one, they came back from battle with more soldiers than they left with. And get this, it's one of the richest countries in the world. Their GDP per capita is sky high. How? They're big on banking and finance. Pretty savvy for a country the size of a stamp, right? Love castles? Liechtenstein's got one, and the royal family lives there. Talk about living like a king. Literally. And if you're an outdoor junkie, Liechtenstein's got some of the best hiking trails. Imagine trekking through the Alps with views that just won't quit. Last fun fact, they celebrate their national day with an open house at the prince's castle. How cool is that? So ready to add Liechtenstein to your travel bucket list? You won't regret it. If you're a travel junkie, you've got to check out these wild facts about Lithuania. First up, Vilnius, the capital city, has a Bohemian republic inside it called Uzupis. They've got their own president, constitution, and even an official fish. Lithuania is the land of the storks. Yep, they've got more storks per square mile than any other country in Europe. Talk about a birdwatcher's paradise. Ever dreamt of a time machine? Lithuania's got you covered with a working medieval castle on an island. Trakai Castle is straight out of fairy tales. And get this, Lithuania was the last country in Europe to convert to Christianity in 1387. They sure took their sweet time, huh? Oh, and basketball? It's practically a religion here. They've got more hoops per capita than any other nation. Slam dunk. Lastly, Lithuania is the only country in the world with its own official scent. Yeah, you heard that right. It's called the scent of Lithuania and it smells like forests and wildflowers. So next time you're planning a trip, don't sleep on Lithuania. It's quirky, it's charming, and it's waiting for you. Hold up, did someone say Luxembourg? This place is packing some serious surprises. First off, Luxembourg is tiny. Like blink and you might miss it tiny. But don't let that fool you. It's got more castles per square mile than any other country in Europe. Castle hopping, anyone? And hey, did you know Luxembourg has 3 official languages? Luxembourgish, French, and German. Yep, trilingual flex. But wait, there's more. Luxembourg City is actually built on a cliff, giving it some killer views and a skyline that's straight up postcard material. Say cheese. Oh, and if you're into finance, get this. Luxembourg is one of the richest countries in the world. Banking here is like the national sport. Here's a fun one. Luxembourg has free public transport. That's right, $0, €0. Just hop on and ride. So next time you're planning a trip, don't sleep on Luxembourg. It's small but mighty. Catch you on the next adventure. Peace out. Buckle up, Globetrotters. Madagascar's about to blow your mind. This island's got lemurs for days, over 100 species, and they're all like, what's up? And get this, 90% of the wildlife here, you won't find them anywhere else on the planet. Madagascar's rainforests, total jungle vibes, right? But did you know it's also home to the baobab trees, aka the upside-down trees? Those bad boys can live over 1,000 years. Oh, and speaking of trees, ever heard of the Forest of Knives? It's a legit forest made of sharp limestone spikes, just don't trip. But hey, it's not all nature. Madagascan vanilla is next level. Like, you've probably eaten it in your ice cream. You're welcome. And before we wrap up, fun fact. The island's people, they speak Malagasy and French. Yeah, it's like a total culture mashup. So, next time you're dreaming of a wild adventure, think Madagascar. It's not just a movie, folks. Catch you on the flip side. Travel junkies. If you think Africa is all safaris and deserts, then you need to meet Malawi. Welcome to Malawi. This hidden gem in southeastern Africa is packed with surprises. First up, Lake Malawi. It's like an ocean in the middle of Africa. You can snorkel, dive, and even spot over 1,000 fish species. Feeling adventurous? Climb Mount Mulanja. It's taller than your average skyscraper and offers jaw-dropping views. And hey, if you're a foodie, Malawian cuisine is a must-try. Ever had nsima? It's the ultimate comfort food. Think cornmeal meets mashed potatoes. Oh, and don't forget the people. Malawians are some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. They don't call it the warm heart of Africa for nothing. Ready to pack your bags? Malawi is waiting. Hit that like button if you're ready to explore. See you in the next adventure. If your passport's gathering dust, you're missing out on Malaysia's epicness. Let's change that, shall we? First up, did you know Kuala Lumpur has the tallest twin towers on the planet? That's right. The Petronas Towers will have you craning your neck like a giraffe. Next, Malaysia is home to the Rafflesia, the world's largest flower. This thing's so big you might think it's a prop from a sci-fi movie. Oh, and if you're a foodie, Malaysia's got your back. From spicy laksa to sweet sendal, the street food scene here is like a global taste tour. And get this, there's a place in Borneo where you can see wild orangutans chilling in their natural habitat. It's like National Geographic, but IRL. Last but not least, Malaysia celebrates the world's largest Vesak Day parade, lighting up the streets with thousands of lanterns. Talk about a glowing review. So, what are you waiting for? Malaysia's calling and you better pick up. Hit that like button if you're ready to pack your bags and don't forget to subscribe for more travel inspo. I bet you didn't know these mind-blowing Maldives facts. Get ready to be amazed. The Maldives is a tropical paradise with over 1,000 islands. Yes, you heard that right, more than 1,000. But did you know only about 200 are inhabited? This stunning archipelago is home to some of the world's clearest waters. You can see up to 80 feet deep, perfect for snorkeling and diving. Speaking of water, the Maldives sits just about 1.5 meters above sea level. That's lower than any country in the world. And get this, Maldives has bioluminescent beaches. The water literally glows at night. It's like swimming in a sea of stars. Ever stayed in an overwater bungalow? The Maldives invented them. Talk about luxury and views to die for. Don't forget the wildlife. From manta rays to whale sharks, the marine life here is incredible. You won't find anything like it anywhere else. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and dive into the magic of the Maldives. Your adventure awaits. Why do 80% of Mali's treasures remain hidden? Time to uncover the magic of Mali. First up, Mali's home to the ancient city of Timbuktu. Sounds like a place from a fairy tale, right? It's not. It's real and it's amazing. Next, Mali has the Niger River, the lifeline of the country. People call it the River of Life, and it's easy to see why. And get this, Mali's got one of the largest mud structures in the world, the Great Mosque of Jannah, made of mud. Talk about eco-friendly architecture. Oh, and you can't miss the festival in the desert. It's like Coachella, but in the Sahara Desert. Imagine jamming out to music under the stars on sand dunes. Epic, right? Finally, Mali's known for its rich musical heritage. Ever heard of the kora? It's a 21-string harp lute that'll give you chills with its sweet sounds. So, if you're planning your next adventure, Mali's calling with its history, culture, and some seriously cool vibes. Catch you in Timbuktu. Stop scrolling. I bet you didn't know these awesome facts about Malta. Let's dive in. Did you know Malta's got more history per square mile than anywhere else? Yep, it's like the ultimate history buffet. And those ancient temples, older than the pyramids, baby. Oh, and if you're a movie buff, you'll flip. Malta's been the backdrop for blockbusters like Gladiator and Game of Thrones. So, basically, it's Hollywood with better beaches. Speaking of beaches, ever heard of the Blue Lagoon? It's like swimming in a real-life Instagram filter. Crystal clear waters that make you go, whoa, is this even real? And foodies, listen up. Malta's pastizzi, think flaky, savory pastries, are a game changer. Grab one from a street vendor and thank me later. Oh, and nightlife? Malta's got that covered too. St. Julian's is the place to be for a night out you'll never forget. So, what are you waiting for? Malta's calling, and it's got a ton of hidden gems just waiting for you to discover. Catch you on the flip side, travel fam. Who's up for a quick trip to paradise? Buckle up for the Marshall Islands. First up, did you know the Marshall Islands is made up of 1,156 individual islands and islets? Yep, that's more islands than you can visit in a lifetime. But here's the kicker. Only 24 of these are inhabited. So yeah, you could totally find your own private slice of heaven. Oh, and forget Hollywood palm trees. The Marshall Islands has some of the world's most stunning coral atolls. It's like nature's Pinterest board. Want a postcard moment? Head over to Bikini Atoll. No, not for beachwear shopping. This place is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And if you're into diving, the underwater world here is packed with shipwrecks from World War II. It's like swimming through history. Last but not least, the locals have a rich culture with traditional dances that'll make TikTok trends look boring. So, what are you waiting for? The Marshall Islands aren't going to explore themselves. Pack your bags and catch that flight. Catch you on the next adventure. Buckle up! We're diving into Mauritania, and trust me, it's wild. Alright, first up, did you know Mauritania is mostly desert? Yep, about 90% Sahara. But wait, there's more. The capital, Nouakchott, is one of the largest cities in the Sahara. Imagine sand dunes right at your doorstep. Now here's a twist. Mauritania is one of the last countries to abolish slavery in 1981. And it wasn't even criminalized until 2007. Crazy, right? And let's talk about the Eye of the Sahara. This natural wonder is so huge it can be seen from space. It's like Mother Nature's bullseye smack dab in the middle of the desert. Oh, and fishing? Mauritania's got some of the richest fishing grounds in the world. Think of it as the Sahara's seafood buffet. Lastly, the iron ore train. It's the longest train in the world, stretching up to 2.5 kilometers. And yes, you can hitch a ride, if you're up for the adventure. So there you have it, Mauritania. Bet you didn't see that coming. Hit subscribe for more cool travel facts. I bet you didn't know Mauritius is a mind-blowing mix of cultures and history. Ready to get your travel curiosity piqued? Nestled in the Indian Ocean, Mauritius is like the ultimate cultural smoothie. With influences from Africa, Asia, Europe, and India, all blended into one vibrant island. Here's a fun one. Did you know the dodo bird was from here? Yep, that quirky, flightless bird once roamed these shores. And get this, Mauritius is home to the Seven Colored Earths, a surreal geological formation that looks like a painter's palette exploded in the sand. Nature's own masterpiece, no filter needed. But wait, there's more. The island's capital, Port Louis, is a bustling hub where you can chow down on street food that'll make your taste buds do a happy dance. From samosas to biryanis, it's foodie heaven. And if you're into adventure, diving in Mauritius is like swimming in an aquarium. Crystal clear waters, vibrant coral reefs, and marine life that'll make you feel like you're in Finding Nemo. So next time you're dreaming of a tropical getaway, remember, Mauritius isn't just an island, it's an experience. Stay curious, travel junkies, and keep exploring. Mauritius awaits you with open arms and endless adventures. If you're a travel enthusiast, you need to know these shocking Mexico facts. Let's jump in. Alright, fact number 1. Did you know Mexico City sinks about 10 inches every year? Yep, it's not just your morning coffee making you feel unsteady. Next up, tacos weren't invented in Mexico. They actually debuted as a street food in the US. Bet you didn't see that coming. And get this, Mexico is home to the world's smallest volcano, quirks. It's only 43 feet tall. Talk about small but mighty. Now, if you're a fan of fireworks, thank Mexico for that too. They are the world's largest consumer of fireworks. Fiesta, anyone? Lastly, Mexico gave us the color TV. Engineer Guillermo Gonzalez Camarena invented it in 1940. So next time you're binge watching, give a nod to Mexico. And there you have it. Some jaw-dropping facts about Mexico that'll make your next trip even more epic. Hit that like button and subscribe for more travel nuggets. Hasta la vista, travel buffs. This is gonna blow your mind. Ever heard of Micronesia? No? Well, buckle up. Micronesia is more than just a dot on the map. It's a paradise spread across 600 islands. Fun fact, it's made up of 4 states, Yap, Chuuk, Pohnpei, and Kozrai. And get this, Pohnpei is home to ancient ruins called Nan Madol, often dubbed the Venice of the Pacific. But wait, there's more. Micronesia's waters are a diver's dream. Chuuk Lagoon is like an underwater museum with over 60 shipwrecks from World War II. Yeah, it's as cool as it sounds. Now here's a quirky tidbit. Yap Islanders use giant stone money called Rai. These bad boys can weigh up to 8,000 pounds. Talk about heavy cash. And the people? Super friendly and laid back. You might even get invited to a traditional feast with dancing and coconut everything. Pro tip, don't skip the coconut crab. So next time you're planning an adventure, think small. Think Micronesia. It's got big surprises. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel inspo. Catch you on the flip side. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Moldova is the hidden gem of Europe, and here's why. First up, Moldova is home to the world's largest wine cellar. We're talking over 1.5 million bottles. Cheers to that! And get this, Moldova is the least visited country in Europe. That means more hidden treasures for you to discover. Love a good festival? Moldova's got you covered. The Martisaur Festival celebrates the arrival of spring with music, dance, and traditional crafts. Now here's a quirky one. In Moldova, it's tradition to throw sunflower seeds at weddings. Talk about a crunchy celebration. And if you're a nature lover, Moldova's got stunning landscapes with rolling hills and serene rivers. Perfect for your next Instagram post. Last but not least, Moldova's capital, Chisinau, is a vibrant city with Soviet-era architecture and bustling markets. A mix of old and new that'll keep you on your toes. So pack your bags and get ready to explore Moldova, the hidden gem of Europe waiting to be discovered. Like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tips. Exposing the flashy secrets of the world's second smallest country. Buckle up, we're diving into Monaco. Alright, travel junkies, welcome to Monaco, the playground of the rich and famous. This micro-state is just 0.78 square miles. Think about it, Central Park could swallow it whole, twice. But don't let its size fool you. Monaco packs a punch. It's got the highest density of millionaires and billionaires, and it's a tax haven, so you know people are flocking there. Speaking of flocking, the Monaco Grand Prix is basically a yearly parade of the world's fastest cars zooming through its streets. And trust me, the views are almost as breathtaking as the race itself. Oh, and here's a fun one. Monaco has no airport. You either fly into Nice, France and take a 7-minute helicopter ride or drive in James Bond style. Lastly, Monaco's official language is French. But don't worry, you'll hear a mix of languages thanks to its international flair. So next time you're dreaming of luxury and speed, remember Monaco's got it all, packed in a pint-sized paradise. Catch you in the next adventure. I'm sure you've heard the news, Mongolia is epic. Let's find out why. First up, Mongolia has more horses than people. Yeah, you heard that right. It's like a cowboy's dream come true. And the Gobi Desert? It's not just sand. You'll find dinosaur bones there. Jurassic Park vibes, anyone? Next, get this. The capital, Ulaanbaatar, is the coldest capital city in the world. Bundle up if you're visiting in winter. Plus, Mongolia's got the world's oldest national park, Bog Khan. It's been protected since 1778. Talk about being ahead of the curve. Oh, and the nomadic culture? It's still alive and kicking. Over 30% of Mongolians are nomads. They move with their herds across the vast steppes. Now that's commitment. Last but not least, Mongolia's wrestling is a big deal. It's one of their 3 manly skills, along with archery and horse racing. Sounds like a wild weekend, right? So, are you ready to book your ticket to Mongolia? Adventure awaits. Hit that like button if you're intrigued and excited. If you love travel, buckle up. Montenegro is about to blow your mind. Montenegro might be small, but it's packing some serious punch. First up, Kotor. It's got medieval vibes that'll make you feel like you stepped into a time machine. And the views? Insane. Need some beach time? Say hello to Budva. It's got sandy stretches and nightlife that'll keep you dancing till dawn. Oh, and the food? Think fresh seafood, hearty meats, and pastries that are basically happiness in dough form. Let's not forget the Bay of Kotor, dubbed Europe's southernmost fjord. The scenery here is so epic, even your camera will thank you. And did I mention Montenegro's got 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites? That's like hitting the jackpot in travel bingo. So next time you're planning a trip, remember? Montenegro's got it all: history, beaches, and views for days. Get packing, folks. Buckle up, travelers. Morocco's about to spice up your day. First up, did you know Morocco is home to the world's oldest university? Yep, the University of Al-Qarawiyyin has been schooling minds since 859 AD. Next, check this out. Morocco has a blue city. No, really, Chefchaouen is entirely painted blue. It's like stepping into a Smurf village. Speaking of colors, the Moroccan flag is red with a green star. But did you know the red symbolizes strength and bravery? That's some powerful fabric right there. Now, if you think NYC's got hustle, Marrakesh's Jemaa El Fna Square is on another level. Snake charmers, street food, and storytellers, it's got everything. Oh, and foodies, listen up. Morocco's national dish, tagine, is so delicious it should come with a warning label. You'll be hooked at first bite. Here's one for the geography buffs. Morocco's got both mountains and deserts. Ski in the Atlas Mountains by morning, then sandboard in the Sahara by afternoon. And finally, Moroccan tea isn't just a drink, it's an art form. Watching them pour it from a height is like seeing a tea waterfall. Morocco's got it all, folks. History, culture, and more surprises than you can shake a stick at. Pack your bags and let's go. If you've never heard of Mozambique but love secret travel spots, then buckle up. Mozambique's coastline stretches as far as a lazy Sunday nap, more than 1,500 miles. That's like driving from New York to Miami, twice. And get this, the country boasts over 2,500 species of marine life. So, if you're into snorkeling or scuba diving, it's basically underwater Disneyland. Oh, and the food? Let's just say if you haven't tried Mozambican peri-peri chicken, you're missing out on a flavor explosion. Speaking of explosions, Mozambique is home to something called the Great Limpopo Transfrontier Park. It's huge, like bigger than your weekend Netflix binge huge. And did you know Mozambique uses the medical? Sounds like a superhero currency, right? One medical, K-Pow. Lastly, if you've got rhythm, you'll feel right at home. Mozambique's music scene is lit with marabenta, a dance style that's as energetic as your favorite TikTok challenge. So, next time you're planning a trip, don't sleep on Mozambique. Trust me, it's about to be your new favorite destination. Peace out. Ready to get your mind blown by Myanmar? This Southeast Asian gem is packed with surprises. First off, it's home to the world's largest book. Yep, the Kuthadal Pagoda has 729 marble slabs with Buddhist teachings. Mind blown. Love tea? Myanmar's got you covered. They eat tea leaves in salads called lapet. Sounds weird? It's delicious. Ever seen a golden rock balancing on the edge of a cliff? Welcome to Kyaiktiyo Pagoda. Legend says it's held in place by a strand of Buddha's hair. Talk about a good hair day. Oh, and don't forget the longest teak bridge in the world. Yu Bian Bridge stretches almost a mile across Tongfamin Lake. Perfect for those sunset selfies. And the people? Friendly, welcoming, and always up for a chat. Myanmar's culture is as rich as its landscapes, so pack your bags and add Myanmar to your bucket list. You'll be amazed at every turn. Hit that like button if you learned something new. Catch you later, travel buffs. If your travel dreams don't include Namibia, you're seriously missing out. Here's why. First up, did you know Namibia is home to the world's oldest desert? The Namib Desert is a whopping 55 million years old. Talk about ancient history. And speaking of deserts, they've got dunes that'd make even your Instagram jealous. Dune 45 stands at about 170 meters tall and the views? Epic. Now let's talk about something cool, quite literally. Namibia's skeleton coast is so eerie it's known as the Gates of Hell. Spooky, right? But trust me, the shipwrecks are a photographer's paradise. Oh, and for all you animal lovers, Namibia's got the planet's largest population of free-roaming cheetahs. Yep, you can actually spot these speedy felines in the wild. Last but not least, ever heard of Etosha Pan? It's a massive salt pan so big you can see it from space. NASA-level coolness right there. So, what are you waiting for? Namibia's calling your name. Time to add this gem to your travel bucket list. Remember, travel smart, stay awesome, and keep exploring. Are you ready to discover the world's best-kept secret? Let's dive into Nauru. Nauru is the third smallest country in the world. Yeah, you heard that right, it's tinier than a sneeze. It's just 8.1 square miles, about the size of a New York City neighborhood, but this tiny island packs a punch. It was once the richest country per capita thanks to its phosphate deposits. Imagine rolling in dough from bird poop. And get this, Nauru doesn't have a capital city. Nope, the whole island is the capital. Talk about efficiency, right? Want to know something even cooler? Nauru has no armed forces. They rely on good old Australia for defense, keeping it peaceful and chill. Here's a fun fact, Nauruans love their sports. Weightlifting is huge here, and they've even snagged some medals. So next time you think of paradise, remember Nauru. Tiny, mighty, and full of surprises. Catch you later, Globetrotters. Why do 800,000 tourists flock to Nepal every year? Let's find out. Okay, first up, did you know Nepal's home to the highest peak in the world, Mount Everest? Yep, that's 29,032 feet of, I hope you brought an oxygen tank. But wait, there's more. Nepal's got something called a Kumari, a living goddess. No joke, she's a young girl worshipped until she hits puberty. Talk about a unique childhood, right? And if you think that's wild, get this. Nepal is the only country with a non-rectangular flag. It's got two triangles. Why have one when you can have two, am I right? Also, if you're into peace and good vibes, guess what? Buddha was born in Nepal. Take that, stress. Finally, Nepal has 8 out of the 14 highest peaks in the world. It's like the VIP section for mountains. So pack your bags and maybe a yak or two, because Nepal is calling. Catch you on the flip side, travel junkies. I will never look at the Netherlands the same way after this. Curious? Let's go. First up, did you know the Dutch are the tallest people in the world? That means a whole lot of legroom on those bikes. Speaking of bikes, there are more bicycles than people in the Netherlands. Over 22 million bikes for 17 million folks. Talk about pedal power. And get this, Amsterdam has more canals than Venice. So if you're into romantic boat rides, move over gondolas. Here come the Dutch. Love cheese? The Netherlands produces over 650 million kilos of cheese every year. Gouda, Edam, Leyden, it's a cheese lover's paradise. Ever heard of tulip mania? In the 1600s, tulips were worth more than gold. Imagine dropping serious cash on flowers. And finally, the Dutch are masters of reclaiming land from the sea. About 20% of the country is below sea level, they even have floating houses. So, ready to book your trip yet? The Netherlands is calling your name. Catch you later, Globetrotters. Hold on to your hats, because we're about to get Kiwi crazy. New Zealand has more sheep than people. Yeah, you heard that right. For every person, there are about 6 sheep. The Kiwi bird is this country's mascot, but guess what? It can't fly. Plot twist. And speaking of cool animals, there are no snakes in New Zealand. Nope, zero, zilch, nada. Ever heard of a town called Tamatawaka Tangi Hanga Kuawawotamatip Okai Winuaki Tanatahu? It's the place with the world's longest name. Try saying that 3 times fast. Lord of the Rings fan? New Zealand is Middle-earth. Over 150 locations in this country were used to film the epic movie series. Talk about a travel bucket list. And did you know New Zealand was the first country to give women the right to vote? True pioneers. Oh, and if you're into adrenaline, you gotta check out Queenstown. It's the adventure capital of the world. Bungee jumping, skydiving, you name it. So whether you're into epic landscapes, adventure sports, or just want to chill with some cool birds and sheep, New Zealand's got you covered. Smash that like button if you're ready for a Kiwi adventure. This is why you need to visit Nicaragua. Stunning lakes, active volcanoes, and so much more. First up, Nicaragua is home to the largest lake in Central America, Lake Cauchabolca. It's so big it has its own islands. Next, let's talk volcanoes. Nicaragua's got 19 of them, and you can actually slide down one. Yep, volcano boarding is a thing here. And get this, there's a city called Granada that's been around since 1524. That's older than some countries. Hungry? Nicaragua's street food game is strong. Ever tried a Vigoron? Think crispy pork, yucca, and a tangy cabbage salad. Delicious. Oh, and if you're a coffee lover, you're in for a treat. Nicaragua's coffee is world-class, straight from the highlands. Adventure seekers. Ever heard of the Corn Islands? Perfect for diving, snorkeling, and living that beach life. So, pack your bags. Nicaragua's calling, and it's got a bit of everything for everyone. And like, share, and follow for more travel gems. See you in the next one. Buckle up, Globetrotters. We're about to uncover the untold wonders of Niger. First up, we've got the Sahara Desert. Yep, nearly 80% of Niger is covered by this sandy giant. Talk about a whole lot of sand. Next, ever heard of the W National Park? This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a wildlife paradise. Lions, elephants, and hippos. Oh my, and get this, Niger is a treasure trove for archaeologists. Fossils of some of the oldest human ancestors have been found here. Dino bones too. Jurassic Park, eat your heart out. Now let's chat about the Niger River. It's the lifeline of the country, stretching over 2,600 miles. Plus, it's got its own annual festival. Picture boats, music, and dance all on water. And who can forget the legendary Tuareg people? Known as the Blue People because of their indigo robes, these nomads are the true stars of the Sahara. So next time someone says Niger, you'll know it's more than just sand and sun. It's a land of hidden treasures and epic adventures. Thanks for watching, folks. Hit that like button for more travel goodies. What I wish I knew about Nigeria before I traveled. Stick around and you might just want to book that ticket. First up, Nigeria is home to the largest city in Africa, Lagos. Yeah, it's bigger than New York, folks. And guess what? It's also known as the city that never sleeps. Speaking of non-stop action, Nigeria's Nollywood is the world's second largest film industry. More movies than Hollywood. Who knew, right? Hungry? Nigeria's got you covered with Jollof rice. It's so iconic, there's literally a Jollof war over who makes it best. Spoiler alert, Nigerians claim the crown. Now meet the Yoruba twins. Nigeria has one of the highest twin birth rates in the world. Twins everywhere. Double the fun, double the trouble. And wildlife lovers, listen up. Nigeria's Yankari National Park is like stepping straight into National Geographic. Elephants, lions, and hippos, oh my. So there you have it, just a taste of Nigeria's awesomeness. Ready to pack your bags yet? Hit like if you are and subscribe for more travel thrills. Catch you later, travel fam. Am I the only one who didn't know North Macedonia was a thing? Let's uncover some mind-blowing facts about it right now. First up, North Macedonia has a lake so ancient it makes dinosaurs look young. Lake Ohrid is over 3 million years old. Yeah, that's older than your grandma's grandma's grandma, and guess what? Their capital, Skopje, has more statues than you can count. It's like walking through a history book, but way cooler. Oh, and foodies, listen up. Ever tried ajvar? It's a roasted red pepper spread that's basically heaven in a jar. Perfect for your next Instagram foodie post. Now for the thrill seekers, did you know North Macedonia has some of the best paragliding spots in the world? You can literally fly over stunning landscapes. Talk about views. So whether you're a history buff, a foodie, or an adrenaline junkie, North Macedonia has something for you. Who knew, right? Time to update that travel bucket list. Catch you on the next adventure. You gotta hear this if you've got wanderlust. Norway's calling your name. First off, did you know Norway has a town where it's illegal to die? Yup, Longyearbyen. The permafrost keeps bodies too fresh, and get this, they knighted a penguin. Sir Niels Olav is an actual penguin with a military rank. Talk about chilling with the VIPs. Oh, and Norway's got more electric cars than any country in Europe. They're shockingly ahead of the curve. Hungry? Ever tried brown cheese? It's sweet and caramelly like cheese and dessert had a baby. Lastly, Norway's fjords, nature's roller coasters. If you love epic scenery, this is your Disneyland. Want to see it all? Get Norway on your bucket list like yesterday. Peace out and happy travels. Am I the only one that didn't know Oman has some of the world's coolest secrets? Stick around, you're about to get schooled. Alright, first up, Oman is home to the world's oldest independent state. Talk about ancient vibes. Next, did you know Oman has a Grand Canyon? Yup, it's called Wadi Gul and it's epic. And get this, the Sultan of Oman has a yacht that's bigger than a football field. That's some serious ocean bling. Oh, and if you love turtles, Oman is your dream spot. Ras Al Jins is where thousands of sea turtles come to lay eggs every year. Turtle power, anyone? Here's a cool twist. Oman's capital, Muscat, means safe anchorage, so if you're ever in need of a safe harbor, you know where to go. And for the finale, frankincense, the stuff from the Bible, is from Oman. They've been trading it for thousands of years. Talk about a sensational history. So, next time you're planning a trip, think Oman. It's got history, nature, bling, and some serious ancient mojo. Catch you on the flip side. You need to watch this if you think Pakistan is just deserts and mountains. Hold on to your hats. Pakistan has the second largest salt mine in the world. Yep, Khaira salt mine is like a whole underground kingdom. And how about this? Pakistan's national drink is, drumroll please, sugarcane juice. Sweet, right? Oh, and did you know? Pakistan has its very own version of the Grand Canyon called Hingol National Park. It's jaw-droppingly gorgeous. And here's a fun one. The world's highest ATM is in Pakistan. At a whopping 15,397 feet, it's on top of the Kunjarab Pass. Talk about high finance. Pakistan is also home to the city of Sialkot, which produces more than half of the world's footballs. So next time you're kicking around a soccer ball, thank Pakistan. And let's not forget, this country has a coastline along the Arabian Sea that's over 1,000 kilometers long. Perfect for beach lovers. Pakistan, it's not just what you see in the media. It's a treasure trove of surprises. Think you know it all? Think again. Keep exploring and stay curious, folks. I'm sure you've heard the news. Palau is the next big thing in travel. But do you know why? First off, Palau isn't just a random dot on the map. It's a tropical paradise with over 500 islands. Yeah, you heard me right. Now, if you love jellyfish, Palau's got you covered. Head over to Jellyfish Lake where you can swim with millions of jellyfish that don't sting. Talk about a safe thrill. And for my scuba divers out there, Palau's got some of the world's best diving spots. Blue Corner and German Channel are like underwater Disneyland. Oh, and did you know? Palau is the first nation to ban sunscreen that's harmful to coral reefs, saving the planet one beach day at a time. And here's a fun one. Palauans believe in the legend of the Bai, ancient meeting houses with roofs that tell epic stories. It's like history class, but cooler. So next time you're planning a trip, think Palau. It's not just a destination, it's an adventure waiting to happen. Like, share, and subscribe for more travel gems. If you're a travel junkie, you're gonna love these mind-blowing facts about Panama. First up, did you know Panama is the only place in the world where you can see the sunrise on the Pacific and set on the Atlantic? Yeah, mind-blowing, right? And here's a fun one. Panama hats? They're actually from Ecuador. Who would have thunk it? Okay, now get this. The Panama Canal generates about a third of Panama's entire economy. Talk about making waves. Oh, and for all you coffee lovers, Panama is home to one of the most expensive coffees in the world, geisha coffee. Fancy a sip? Last but not least, the national currency is the Balboa. But guess what? They use US dollars for paper money. Talk about keeping it simple. So there you have it. A whirlwind tour of Panama's coolest facts. Ready to book your ticket yet? Catch you later, travel bugs. Hold on to your hats, Globetrotters. Papua New Guinea is about to amaze you. This land is home to over 800 languages. Yep, you heard that right, 800. Talk about a linguistic workout. And if you're into nature, buckle up. Papua New Guinea hosts more than 5% of the world's biodiversity. So, every corner is like a mini Jurassic Park. Now let's talk food. Ever tried mumu? It's a traditional feast cooked in an earth oven. Think Thanksgiving, but with a tropical twist. And the locals? Super friendly. You'll get greeted with a smile and maybe a shell necklace. Oh, and here's a crazy one. Papua New Guineans have the highest number of spoken languages in the world. So if you want to impress someone, just say you've been to the land of linguistics. From its stunning landscapes to its vibrant culture, Papua New Guinea is like no other. So pack your bags because adventure is calling. Catch you on the next flight. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome travel tips. If you thought Paraguay was just about football and waterfalls, you're in for a surprise. Hold on to your hats. Paraguay is the heart of South America, literally. It's smack dab in the middle. Did you know Paraguay has 2 official languages, Spanish and Guarani, and people actually use both every day? Ever heard of a country with no coastlines but an epic navy? Yeah, that's Paraguay. They patrol the mighty Paraguay River like it's the ocean. And here's a juicy one. Paraguay is home to the world's largest rodent. Meet the capybara. Think of it as a giant chill guinea pig. Oh, and they love to swim. Fancy a drink? Tereré is the national beverage, a cold tea that's more popular than soda. It's like the coffee of Paraguay, but way cooler. Let's not forget the Itaipu Dam. This bad boy produces more energy than any other hydroelectric dam on the planet. Now that's power. Paraguay might be small, but it's packed with surprises. So next time someone says, Paraguay, you can drop some serious knowledge. Hasta luego, travel fam. Yo, adventurers! Ever wondered what makes Peru so mind-blowing? Let's dive in. Fact 1. Peru is home to the Amazon rainforest. Yeah, the place with more species than you've had hot dinners. Fact 2. Ever heard of Machu Picchu? This ancient Inca city is so high up it's almost like touching the sky. Fact 3. Guinea pig is a delicacy here. Yes, as in the cute pet you had in 3rd grade. Fact 4. The Nazca lines. Giant doodles in the desert that even aliens would find impressive. Fact 5. Peru grows over 3,000 types of potatoes. Talk about starch madness. Fact 6. Floating islands on Lake Titicaca. Yep, entire islands made from reeds. How cool is that? Fact 7. Peru has one of the deepest canyons in the world. Colca Canyon is twice as deep as the Grand Canyon. Fact 8. Llamas and alpacas everywhere, the ultimate photobomb stars. Fact 9. Pisco Sour. Peru's national drink that packs a punch. Fact 10. Rainbow Mountain. A natural wonder that's like hiking through a Skittles ad. So there you have it. Peru is wild, colorful, and waiting for you to explore. If your bucket list doesn't include the Philippines, you're missing out big time. Let's fix that. Did you know the Philippines is home to over 7,000 islands? That's right, you could visit a new island every day for 20 years and still not see them all. And speaking of islands, ever heard of Boracay? It's got powdery white sand that'll make your toes do a happy dance. Now let's talk food. The Philippines gave the world the delicious adobo. It's so good, you'll wish you had a Filipino grandma. Oh, and karaoke? The Filipinos didn't invent it, but they sure did perfect it. They've got karaoke machines in their living rooms, their bars, heck, even their jeepneys. Talking about jeepneys, these colorful buses are not just transport, they're moving art pieces. Each one is a vibrant explosion of culture on wheels. Lastly, let's not forget the people. Filipinos are known for their hospitality. They'll welcome you like family and feed you like royalty. So what are you waiting for? Time to pack those bags and say, Mabuhay! I bet you didn't know Poland is full of surprises. Here are 10 crazy facts about Poland that will make you want to pack your bags. Fact number 1. Poland has the world's biggest castle. Yep, Malbork Castle is like Hogwarts, but real. Number 2. Poles eat more than 2.5 million tons of potatoes annually. That's more spuds than you can shake a fork at. 3. Poland is home to 14 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. So basically, it's an Instagram gold mine. 4. The Polish alphabet has 32 letters. Try saying Szczerbrzezin 5 times fast. 5. Poland is the birthplace of the bagel. Time to thank Poland for those Sunday brunch vibes. 6. They have a festival dedicated to apples. And you thought apple picking was fun. 7. The national symbol of Poland is the white eagle. Majestic, right? 8. Poland has the oldest restaurant in Europe, Punica Swidnica, open since 1275. 9. They celebrate their name days more than their birthdays. It's basically their version of VIP status. And 10. Poland has a desert. The Bledo Desert, it's like a mini Sahara right in Europe. Now who's ready for an adventure? Catch you on the flip side. Why do 80% of travelers fall in love with Portugal? Hang tight, because we're about to find out. Portugal is where old world charm meets modern vibes. Did you know Lisbon is older than Rome? Yep, it's been around since 1200 BC. Speaking of old, the University of Coimbra is one of the oldest universities in Europe, founded in 1290. And let's talk food. Portugal consumes more rice per capita than any other European country. Yeah, they love their arroz. Oh, and the Portuguese are the original navigators. Vasco da Gama? Total legend. But wait, there's more. Portugal is also home to the world's largest cork forest. That's right, they're popping bottles in style. And if you thought that was cool, how about this? Portugal is the only country in Europe where you can surf all year round. Surf's up, dude. Lastly, ever heard of the Portuguese pavement? Those intricate designs on the streets? Pure art under your feet. So next time you think of Portugal, remember, it's not just a place, it's a vibe. Catch you on the flip side. Qatar, the place where luxury and culture collide. Let's dive into some jaw-dropping facts. Qatar is home to the world's most futuristic city, Lusail. It's got an artificial island shaped like a crescent moon. And hey, did you know Qatar Airways holds the record for the longest flight in the world? That's over 9,000 miles. Here's one for the foodies. You can get gold-dusted chocolate at Doha's markets. Yeah, you heard right. Gold-dusted chocolate. Talk about a rich treat. Sports fans, listen up. Qatar is gearing up to host the 2022 FIFA World Cup, making it the first Arab nation to ever do so. Stadiums with air conditioning? You bet. Now, if you're into shopping, Souk Waqif is your paradise. Think maze-like alleys filled with spices, perfumes, and falcons. Yes, falcons. They even have a falcon hospital. So next time you think of Qatar, imagine a blend of ancient traditions and futuristic marvels. Qatar, where the past meets the future in the most spectacular way. Catch you later, travel enthusiasts. Think you know Romania? Think again. First up, did you know Romania is home to the world's heaviest building? The Palace of the Parliament weighs a whopping 4 billion kilograms. That's like stacking 700,000 elephants. And Dracula fans, listen up! Transylvania is not just a myth, it's a real place. You can actually visit Dracula's castle. Spooky, right? But it's not all vampires and heavy buildings. Romania boasts one of the happiest cemeteries in the world. The Mary Cemetery in Sapanta has colorful tombstones that tell the funniest life stories. Who knew a graveyard could be so cheerful? Oh, and let's not forget the language. Romanian is the closest living language to Latin. So if you ever want to feel like Julius Caesar, brush up on your Romanian. And hey, adventure seekers, Romania's got you covered too. The Trans-Fagarisan Highway is one of the most scenic drives you'll ever take. Jeremy Clarkson from Top Gear called it. So there you have it, Romania, a blend of history, mystery, and a whole lot of fun. Ready to book your ticket? Let's go. This is why you need to visit Russia. Get ready to have your mind blown. All right, let's dive in. Did you know Russia spans 11 time zones? Yeah, it's basically a time travel machine. Next up, vodka. Russia consumes 1/5 of the world's vodka. Cheers to that. Here's a shocker. Russia's cathedrals? Total eye candy. St. Basil's Cathedral in Moscow might just leave you speechless. Nature lovers, listen up. Russia is home to Lake Baikal, the deepest lake on Earth. It's so clear you can see 130 feet down. Oh, and the Trans-Siberian Railway? It's the longest railway line in the world. Get comfy, it's a 7-day ride. Now for some urban legends, did you know there's a metro station in Moscow that's like a palace? Just Google Komsomolskaya and thank me later. Feeling a bit cold? Russia has a town called Oymyakon, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Winter jackets are non-negotiable. And finally, Russia has a city named Chelyabinsk that survived a meteor strike in 2013. How's that for resilience? So next time you think of Russia, think big, think wild, think mind blown. Catch you on the flip side. I don't think people understand just how cool Rwanda truly is. Let me blow your mind with some amazing facts. Rwanda isn't just about the famous mountain gorillas. Did you know it's called the land of 1,000 hills? Yeah, get ready for some killer views and breathtaking scenery. Kigali, the capital, is one of the cleanest cities in Africa. They have a car-free day, twice a month. Imagine jaywalking with zero guilt or worry. Rwanda's bouncing back strong from its past. They've got the highest percentage of women in parliament worldwide. Girl power? More like country power, right? Coffee lover? Rwanda's beans are top-notch. Your morning brew just got a major upgrade, folks. Oh, and they banned plastic bags back in 2008. So pack those reusable totes, eco-warriors. Want to see some wildlife? Of course, there are the gorillas, but don't miss out on Akagera National Park. Lions, elephants, and more. It's Africa in a nutshell. So next time you think of Rwanda, remember, it's way more than just gorillas. It's a vibrant, forward-thinking gem in the heart of Africa. Catch you on the flip side, adventurers. What I wish I knew before visiting the Caribbean's best-kept secret, St. Kitts and Nevis. First off, did you know St. Kitts and Nevis is the smallest country in the Americas? Talk about pint-sized perfection. Here's a fun one. There's a monkey population that's almost as big as the human one. So don't be surprised if you find a monkey photobombing your selfie. And speaking of selfies, how about taking one at the Brimstone Hill Fortress? It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site with killer views. Oh, and if you're a fan of cricket, you're in luck. St. Kitts and Nevis is cricket crazy. They even have a stadium named Warner Park that's electric on game days. Lastly, get ready to party. The island's carnival, called Sugar Mass, is an explosion of color, music, and dance. It's like Mardi Gras, but with a Caribbean twist. So, when are you booking your flight to St. Kitts and Nevis? This island paradise is calling your name. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and comment for more fun travel facts. Thanks for watching. You need to watch this if you struggle with wanderlust. Or, are you craving a tropical escape? Stay tuned. Hidden in the Caribbean, St. Lucia is more than just beaches, folks. This island is home to the only drive-in volcano. Yep, you heard me right, drive-in. And guess what? It's got twin peaks called the Pitons. No, not the kind you climb to impress your Insta followers. These are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Oh, and if you're a chocolate lover, St. Lucia is your paradise. They have a whole month dedicated to chocolate. Imagine chocolate tours, chocolate spa treatments, even chocolate cooking classes. Feeling adventurous? St. Lucia is also a diving hotspot. Check out Anse Chastanet Reef, where you might spot a sea turtle or two. And for all you music buffs, the island hosts the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival every year. Groovy tunes, incredible art, and the best vibes. So next time you're dreaming of a tropical getaway, remember St. Lucia isn't just another pretty face. It's got all the secrets and surprises to make your trip unforgettable. Catch you on the flip side, travel warriors. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. St. Vincent and the Grenadines is calling your name. First up, did you know St. Vincent is home to an active volcano? Yeah, La Soufriere is not just a cool name, it's a real-life lava factory. Next, picture this. Over 30 islands and cays to explore. That's right, island hopping here is basically a sport. And get this, Pirates of the Caribbean fans, listen up. Many scenes were filmed right here. So if you feel a sudden urge to say, we won't judge. Oh, and the snorkeling, it's like swimming in a giant, colorful fish tank. The Tobago cays are a diver's dream. Here's a fun one. The national dish, roasted breadfruit and fried jackfish. It's like the ultimate island comfort food. Finally, St. Vincent and the Grenadines has some of the friendliest locals you'll ever meet. Seriously, you'll leave with more friends than you came with. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel magic. I bet you didn't know Samoa is more awesome than your last vacation spot. Let's check out why. First off, Samoa is called the cradle of Polynesia. Yeah, it's where Polynesian culture began. Talk about starting a trend. Next up, Samoa's got some of the clearest waters you'll ever see. Think of it like nature's Instagram filter, perfect for those beach selfies. And get this, Samoa has no snakes, zero zip nada. So hike those lush trails without worrying about slithery surprises. Here's a fun one. Samoans believe in a spirit world called Fa'a Samoa. Imagine bumping into your ancestors at dinner. Oh, and their rugby team? Total legends. The Samoa Sevens are a powerhouse. Rugby isn't just a game here, it's practically a religion. Last but not least, they celebrate White Sunday, where kids are the stars. For one day, kids get treated like royalty with gifts and feasts. Now that's a holiday we all need. So pack your bags and don't forget your sunscreen. Samoa's waiting to blow your mind. Like, comment, and subscribe for more travel tidbits. Why aren't more people talking about San Marino? Let's fix that. This tiny country tucked away in Italy is a hidden gem. Did you know San Marino is the world's oldest republic? Founded in 301 AD? That's ancient. San Marino's got its own Olympic team, even though it's only 24 square miles. Talk about punching above your weight. Their national dish, it's called Torta Tremonti, a heavenly hazelnut chocolate cake. Yes, please. And get this, San Marino's got more cars than people. Who needs traffic jams when you've got stunning mountain views, right? Speaking of views, the 3 towers of San Marino give you a panorama that'll blow your mind. Perfect for those Instagram shots. And here's a fun one. They have no national debt. Yep, you heard that right. 0. Imagine that. So next time you're planning a trip, think small. Think San Marino, tiny country, huge surprises. If you're a travel junkie, then you need to know about São Tomé and Príncipe. Trust me on this. First up, did you know this place is the second smallest African country? Yep, it's like the little sibling that packs a punch. And get this, São Tomé and Príncipe is home to some of the rarest birds on the planet. Birdwatcher or not, you gotta admit that's pretty fly. Oh, and if you've got a sweet tooth, you're in luck. This island nation produces some of the world's finest chocolate. Imagine munching on divine chocolate while lounging on pristine beaches. Heaven, right? Plus, they have a volcanic landscape that's straight out of a sci-fi movie. Seriously, your Instagram feed will thank you. And here's a fun fact. The local currency is called the dobra. Sounds like a magical spell, but really it's just what you'll use to buy all that delicious street food. So what are you waiting for? São Tomé and Príncipe is calling your name. Pack your bags and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Peace out. Buckle up, folks! We're jet-setting to Saudi Arabia, and it's about to get wild. Saudi Arabia isn't just about deserts and camels, though they have plenty of those. Did you know Riyadh, the capital, translates to gardens? Yep, a green twist in the middle of the sand. And hey, ever heard of the edge of the world? It's a stunning cliff face that feels like the planet just decided to drop off. Perfect for those gram shots. Speaking of surprises, Saudi Arabia is home to the world's largest oasis, Al Asa. It's got over 2.5 million palm trees. That's a lot of dates. Oil's a big deal here, but did you know the kingdom's planning to build a futuristic city called Neom? Robot maids and flying taxis, anyone? And forget about Friday night pizza. Saudi weekends are Friday and Saturday. Sunday is their Monday. So next time you think you know Saudi Arabia, remember there's more to it than meets the eye. Keep exploring. If you think travel is boring, then you haven't checked out Senegal yet. Let's dive right in. Alright, first up, did you know Senegal is home to the stunning pink lake? Yep, it's called Lake Retba, and it's pinker than a flamingo on Valentine's Day. Truly mesmerizing. Next, Senegal's capital, Dakar, hosts the craziest car race ever, the legendary Dakar Rally. It's like Mario Kart but in real life. Vroom vroom, exciting, right? And if you're a music lover, you gotta know about Mbalax, the funky, soul-pumping rhythms that'll have you dancing like nobody's watching. Trust me, your feet won't stop moving. Now let's talk wildlife. Senegal has more bird species than you can tweet about. It's a birdwatcher's dream. Birdwatchers, this is your paradise, don't miss it. Oh, and for all you foodies out there, get ready to feast on yassa and thiaboudien. Delicious, your taste buds will thank you. It's a culinary adventure. And here's a final fun fact. Senegal is known for its teranga, meaning hospitality. Basically, they roll out the red carpet for everyone. You'll feel right at home. So what are you waiting for? The adventure of a lifetime is calling. Pack your bags and let's hit Senegal. Adventure awaits you. What's up, Wanderlust warriors? Buckle up. We're about to uncover some wild facts about Serbia. First up, did you know Serbia is home to the world's largest raspberry exporter? Yeah, next time you snack on that fruity goodness, think Serbia. And speaking of food, Serbian cuisine is a party for your taste buds. Ever tried civa pie? It's like a flavor explosion in your mouth. Now, history buffs, listen up. Serbia's got some serious ancient creds. The Vinca culture is one of the earliest known civilizations. We're talking over 7,000 years old. And if you're into spooky stuff, check out the Petrovaradin fortress. It's rumored to be haunted. But wait, there's more. Serbia's nightlife is off the charts. Belgrade is dubbed the city that never sleeps. A European clubbing hotspot. Finally, for nature lovers, the Tara National Park is a must-see. Think lush forests, breathtaking views, and, oh yeah, the rare Serbian spruce. So pack your bags, folks. Serbia's calling, and trust me, you don't want to miss this adventure. Until next time, keep exploring. If your idea of paradise is sun, sand, and sea, you're in for a real treat. Let's dive into the stunning Seychelles. The Seychelles is an archipelago of 115 islands in the Indian Ocean. It's like Mother Nature's VIP lounge. And get this, only 12 islands are inhabited. Talk about exclusive. This place is home to the Coco de Mer, the world's largest seed. Imagine carrying a coconut the size of a beach ball. And the beaches, oh man, they're consistently voted the best in the world. Google ants source D'Argent, you'll thank me later. Wildlife here is next level. Meet the Aldabra giant tortoises. These dudes can live for over 150 years. Seychelles even has its own endemic bird, the Seychelles black parrot. Talk about a rare tweet. And let's not forget the culture, a vibrant mix of African, European, and Asian influences. The food? Absolute fire. Think fresh seafood, tropical fruits, and spicy Creole dishes that'll make your taste buds dance. So if you're looking to up your travel game, the Seychelles is the place to be. Pack your bags, don't forget the sunscreen, and get ready for an adventure of a lifetime. Everybody's talking about Paris and Tokyo, but have you heard about the hidden gem that is Sierra Leone? Let's dive into some jaw-dropping facts about this incredible place. This West African gem is bursting with surprises and natural beauty. Did you know Sierra Leone has the third largest natural harbor in the entire world? Freetown's harbor is so big, you could park a fleet of luxury yachts and still have room for a beach party. And get this, Sierra Leone is incredibly rich in diamonds. They don't call it the land of lion mountains for nothing, and it's easy to see why. Speaking of wildlife, the Takugama Chimpanzee Sanctuary is a must-visit for animal lovers. It's like a furry VIP club for our closest animal cousins, the chimpanzees. Oh, and let's talk about the stunning beaches. Banana Island and River Nantu Beach are Instagram heaven, perfect for your next post. White sand, crystal clear water, and vibes that'll make you never want to leave. Hungry yet? Sierra Leonean cuisine is a flavor explosion waiting to be discovered. Try the jollof rice and thank me later for the recommendation. Pro tip, don't leave without munching on some fried plantains. Total game changer. So, there you have it folks. Sierra Leone, a small country with gigantic charm and endless wonders. Ready to book your ticket to this amazing destination? Hit that like button if you're packing your bags already. If you think you know Singapore but you've never heard these, you're in for a wild ride. Let's roll and discover. First up, Singapore is a city, a country, and an island. Talk about multitasking. Fact 2, chewing gum is illegal here. So no bubble-blowing contests here, folks. Did you know the national anthem is printed in microtext on the back of the $1,000 note? That's some small patriotism. Number 4, Singapore has a night safari. Where else can you hang out with nocturnal animals after dark? Fifth fact, Singapore has the world's first F1 night race. Vroom vroom, baby. Next, the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve has more tree species than the entire North American continent. Nature's got nothing on Singapore. 7. The Changi Airport has a rooftop pool. Layovers never looked so good. Here's a fun one. The Merlion is half fish, half lion, like a mythological surfboard. Fact 9. Singapore is one of the 20 smallest countries in the world, but it's got one of the biggest economies. Last but not least, Singapore has a building with a sky-high infinity pool. Swim with the skyline, folks. That's it for now. Book that trip and explore the Lion City today. I don't think people understand how awesome Slovakia is. Let's change that right now. Slovakia is the land of castles. With over 180 of them, it's like stepping into a real-life fairy tale. And speaking of castles, you've got to check out Spiš Castle, one of the largest castle ruins in Central Europe. Hungry? Slovakia's got you covered with its iconic dish, brinzov haluski. Imagine potato dumplings smothered in sheep cheese and topped with bacon. Yeah, it's as delicious as it sounds. Now for you thrill seekers, did you know Slovakia has some of the best caves in the world? From the ice wonders of Dovsinska Ice Cave to the jaw-dropping Belianska Cave, it's spelunking heaven. Oh, and Slovakia is serious about its forests. Almost 40% of the country is covered in lush green woodlands. Perfect for hiking, camping, or just pretending you're in a fantasy movie. So next time you think about travel, give Slovakia a shot. Trust me, it's way cooler than you think. That's it, folks. Slovakia, small country, big surprises. Catch you in the next one. Yo, Wanderlusters! Let's dive into some wild Slovenia facts that'll make you want to book a trip ASAP. First up, did you know Slovenia has over 10,000 caves? Yeah, that's right, it's like Mother Nature's own secret club. And get this, Ljubljana, Slovenia's capital, is home to a dragon. Not a real one, obviously, but the dragon bridge is fierce. Snap that for the gram. Craving a green escape? Slovenia is one of the greenest countries in the world. Over 60% of it is covered in forests. Time to pack those hiking boots. Oh, and here's a sweet nugget. Slovenia produces some of the best honey in Europe. Bees there are legit VIPs. Beezy yourself over there for a taste. Running out of vacation days? No worries. You can hit the mountains, the Mediterranean, and vineyards all in one day. Slovenia's got your back, multitasker. And last but not least, the Lipizzaner horses? Yep, they're from Slovenia. Fancy a ride on a piece of history? Mind blown? Now go flex your new Slovenia knowledge. Happy travels! This is why you need to book a flight to the Solomon Islands. Like yesterday. Let's dive into the Solomon Islands. First up, did you know there are over 900 islands in this paradise? Yeah, you heard that right. Imagine hopping from one stunning beach to another, like some kind of island hopping ninja. And speaking of ninjas, the Solomon Islands were a major battleground during World War II. Bet you didn't see that coming. You can still find relics and shipwrecks. Like a real-life history treasure hunt. Oh, and if you're into culture, these islands are packed with it. Over 70 languages spoken, you'll feel like you're in a linguistic buffet. But wait, there's more. The Solomon Islands are home to the world's largest saltwater lagoon. Perfect for snorkeling and flexing on the gram. And let's not forget the food. Ever tried 'em up? It's like a BBQ but island style, cooked underground. Mind blown. So pack your bags and don't forget your snorkel. The Solomon Islands are calling your name. Adventure awaits. Catch you later, adventurers. Betcha didn't know these wild and amazing facts about Somalia. Let's kick it off with this. Did you know Somalia boasts the longest coastline in mainland Africa? Yup, over 3,000 kilometers of jaw-dropping beaches just waiting for you to explore. Next up, Somalia is home to one of the oldest known cave paintings, the Las Gil Cave Complex, over 5,000 years old. History buffs, take notes. Now let's talk food. Ever heard of kanjero? It's like a Somali pancake, but better, and you'll want it for breakfast every single day. Also, Somalia is a linguistic powerhouse. With Somali and Arabic as official languages, plus English and Italian tossed into the mix, it's a babble of babbles. And for you animal lovers out there, Somalia is the original home of the Somali wild ass. Yeah, it's a real animal, and it's one cool donkey. Last but not least, Mogadishu, the capital, is known as the White Pearl of the Indian Ocean. With its stunning architecture and vibrant culture, it's definitely a must-see destination. So there you have it, Somalia, full of surprises and waiting to be explored by you. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome travel facts and adventures. What I wish I knew about South Africa before my trip. Prepare to be amazed. First up, did you know South Africa has 11 official languages? That's right, 11. So, brush up on your hellos. Next, this country is crazy about wildlife. From the Big Five to penguins on the beach, it's like Noah's Ark without the boat. Ever heard of Table Mountain? It's got its own cloud blanket called the tablecloth. Nature's cozy, right? Also, here's a juicy one. South Africa's got the world's highest commercial bungee jump. At 216 meters, it's a serious adrenaline fix. Jump if you dare. And let's talk wine. South Africa's vineyards are as old as some European ones. So, wine lovers, get ready to sip history in a glass. Lastly, don't miss out on the braai, a South African BBQ that's a whole vibe. Meat, fire, friends, what's not to love? So, there you have it, folks. South Africa, where adventure, culture, and fun collide. Smash that like button if you want more travel gems. Stop scrolling. You need to hear these wild facts about South Sudan. South Sudan is the world's youngest country, only gaining independence in 2011. That's like yesterday in country years. But did you know it's also one of the most diverse places on Earth? Over 60 different ethnic groups call it home. So if you think your family reunions are hectic, imagine theirs. Here's a fun one. South Sudan has more cows than people. You heard that right? It's like a real-life cowtopia. And speaking of animals, South Sudan is home to the second largest animal migration in the world. Take that, Serengeti! Oh, and coffee lovers, listen up. South Sudan is one of the newest coffee producers on the block. So, next time you're sipping your latte, you might be tasting a bit of South Sudanese magic. And get this, the Sud, a massive swamp, is one of the largest wetlands in the world. It's so big, it can be seen from space. That's some next-level geography right there. So there you have it. South Sudan, young, wild, and full of surprises. Hit that like button if you learned something new today. I bet you didn't know these crazy Spain facts. Let's blow your mind. First up, Spain has a festival where people throw tomatoes at each other. Yeah, La Tomatina is basically the world's biggest food fight. Ever heard of the Sagrada Familia? This iconic church in Barcelona has been under construction for over 140 years. Talk about a DIY project gone wild. Now get this, Spain's national anthem has no lyrics. So if you forget the words, you're all good. Think siestas are just a myth? Nope. Many shops still close in the afternoon for that sweet, sweet nap time. And for all you night owls, Spain's dinner time is around 9 or 10 p.m. So if you're hungry at 5, you're eating alone. Here's a fun one. Spain is home to the world's oldest restaurant. Sobrino de Botín in Madrid has been serving up dishes since 1725. Last but not least, Spain produces over 50% of the world's olive oil. That's a whole lot of dipping bread. All right, folks, that's your whirlwind tour of Spain. Can't wait to see you there. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Let's dive into some crazy cool facts about Sri Lanka. Did you know Sri Lanka is home to the oldest human-planted tree in the world? Yep, the Sri Maha Bodhi has been around for over 2,300 years. And hey, if you're a tea lover, you're in for a treat. Sri Lanka is the world's 4th largest tea producer. That's a whole lot of chai, my friend. Oh, and here's a kicker. Sri Lanka has more waterfalls than you can count on all your fingers and toes. Over 100 waterfalls, folks. Feeling adventurous? Head to Adam's Peak. It's a mountain sacred to 4 religions. Talk about a spiritual hike. And for you history buffs, Sri Lanka was the first country in the world to have a female prime minister. Girl power, right? Finally, ever heard of the world's fastest serving cricket ball? Yep, Sri Lanka holds that record too. Boom! So, whether you're a nature lover, a history nerd, or just someone looking for a unique adventure, Sri Lanka's got you covered. Pack your bags and let's go. I think I messed up. I didn't know this about Sudan. Sudan? Think it's all desert and pyramids? Think again. Did you know Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt? Yeah, over 200, and they're older too. But wait, there's more. Sudan's got the Nubian desert where the sand is so fine it's like walking on powdered sugar. And speaking of sweet, the Nile River runs right through Sudan, making it a lush, green paradise in some areas. Ever heard of the Dinder National Park? It's a wildlife haven. Lions, elephants, and even the elusive shoebill stork call it home. Oh, and the people? Sudanese hospitality is legendary. They'll welcome you with a smile and a cup of strong, sweet tea. And here's a kicker. Sudan's got one of the oldest civilizations in the world. We're talking ancient kingdoms that rival Egypt's pharaohs. So next time you think of Sudan, remember, it's not just a desert. It's a treasure trove of history, culture, and jaw-dropping nature. Ready to add Sudan to your bucket list? You know you want to. I will never underestimate this tiny country again after learning these facts. Ready to be amazed? Suriname is the smallest country in South America, but it packs a punch. First up, did you know it's one of the most diverse places on Earth? People here speak Dutch, but you'll hear over 20 languages. And get this, the capital, Paramaribo, has wooden buildings that are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Yup, they're like giant historic Lego sets. Suriname's rainforest, it covers 90% of the country. That's like Mother Nature's VIP section. You can find jaguars, giant otters, and even pink dolphins cruising the rivers. Here's a fun one. Suriname is the only country outside Europe where Dutch is the official language. Bet you didn't see that coming. Oh, and the food? Fusion heaven. We're talking Javanese, Indian, African, and European flavors all mingling in one delightful pot. So if you're looking for an adventure with a side of wow, put Suriname on your travel bucket list. Trust me, it's a trip you won't forget. Catch you later, Globetrotters. I'm sure you've heard the news. Sweden's more than just IKEA and ABBA. Get ready to be amazed. First up, did you know Sweden has a hotel made entirely of ice? Yeah, the ice hotel in Jukkasjärvi melts and then gets rebuilt every year. Next, get this. Sweden has a rabbit show jumping competition. Yep, bunnies hopping over tiny hurdles, and it's as adorable as it sounds. Oh, and Sweden takes recycling seriously. So seriously, they import trash from other countries just to keep their recycling plants running. Talk about eco-friendly, right? And if you're a fan of coffee, you're in luck. Swedes have fika, a daily coffee break that's practically a national pastime. Coffee and cake, what's not to love? Finally, Sweden's got a candy day called Lördagsgodis. That's right, a whole day dedicated to eating candy. Sweet tooth activated. So, next time you think of Sweden, remember, it's not just meatballs and flat-pack furniture. It's ice hotels, jumping bunnies, and all the candy you can eat. Catch you next time, travel enthusiasts. If you're a travel junkie, Switzerland is about to blow your mind. This ain't just about chocolate and watches. Let's dive into some wild Swiss facts. First up, did you know Switzerland has 4 official languages? Yep, you heard right. German, French, Italian, and Romansh. Talk about multilingual magic. Fact number 2, Switzerland's got over 7,000 lakes. That's more water than a fish could dream of. If you're into lakeside selfies, this is your paradise. And get this, Swiss trains are so punctual they make clock towers jealous. Miss a train here? That's on you, buddy. Ever heard of the world's longest tunnel? It's in Switzerland, stretching a cool 35.5 miles. That's like driving through a mountain with no exits. Oh, and before I forget, Swiss law actually requires you to have a bomb shelter. Yeah, no joke. Safety first, right? Wrap-up time. So, next time you think you know Switzerland, just remember, there's always more to explore. Stay curious, travel junkies. Catch you in the next adventure. Hold up! Did you know Syria has secrets that will blow your mind? Syria isn't just a headline, folks. It's a treasure trove of history. First up, Damascus. It's one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. That's right, people have been living there since at least 11,000 years ago. Talk about staying power. Now let's talk about language. Aramaic, the language Jesus spoke, is still spoken in some Syrian villages today. Mind-blowing, right? And did you know Syria has its own Grand Canyon? Alsun Valley, it's a jaw-dropping natural wonder. But wait, there's more. Syria is also a culinary hotspot. Ever tried kibbeh? It's like the Middle Eastern answer to a meatloaf, but way tastier. And let's not forget about Ugarit. This ancient city gave us one of the earliest known alphabets. Talk about setting the stage for human communication. So next time you think of Syria, remember this. It's a land of ancient wonders, delicious food, and linguistic heritage. Keep exploring and stay curious. If you love bubble tea but hate long lines, Taiwan is your paradise. Welcome to Taiwan. This island nation isn't just famous for its tech industry, it's a treasure trove of quirky and fascinating facts that'll blow your mind. First up, let's talk food. Taiwan has more night markets than you can shake a stick at. Imagine rows and rows of delicious street food, from stinky tofu to oyster omelets. And speaking of food, Taiwan's convenience stores are legendary. Need a hot meal or a quick snack at 3 a.m.? No problem. Now, on to the arts. Taiwan celebrates over 15,000 festivals every year. From lantern festivals to dragon boat races, you'll never run out of things to see and do. And if you're a nature lover, Taiwan's got you covered too. It's home to more than 200 mountain peaks over 3,000 meters high, perfect for hiking and taking those Instagram-worthy shots. So, whether you're a foodie, a festival fanatic, or an outdoor enthusiast, Taiwan's got something for you. Time to pack your bags and discover this hidden gem. Ready to drop some serious travel knowledge? Let's dive into the mind-blowing world of Tajikistan. Nestled in Central Asia, Tajikistan is like the secret level in your favorite video game. With over 90% of its land covered in mountains, it's a trekker's paradise. The Pamir Highway? It's one of the highest roads in the world, and trust me, the views are worth every hairpin turn. Ever wondered where you can see the most epic night skies? Tajikistan's got that covered too. The stars here shine so bright you might just forget you're on Earth. And for you history buffs, how about ancient ruins older than your grandpa's vinyl collection? The Silk Road ran right through here, making it a melting pot of cultures. Oh, and foodies, get ready to feast. Tajik cuisine is all about hearty dishes like plov and mantu. You'll leave with a full belly and a happy heart. So next time you're planning a trip, think outside the box and put Tajikistan on your list. You won't regret it. Catch you on the flip side, wanderlusters. If your bucket list doesn't have Tanzania on it, you're missing out. Big time, Tanzania is like the ultimate adventure playground. Ever heard of Mount Kilimanjaro? Yeah, that's in Tanzania. It's the tallest freestanding mountain in the world. And get this, Tanzania has more than 16 national parks. Serengeti, anyone? Home to the Great Migration, millions of wildebeest and zebras on the move. It's like rush hour, but for animals. Oh, and Zanzibar? That's a Tanzanian island. Picture perfect beaches, spice tours, and some of the friendliest people you'll ever meet. But wait, there's more. Tanzania's got a crater. Ngorongoro, that's basically a wildlife Eden. Lions, elephants, rhinos, you name it. And here's a fun fact, Tanzania is home to over 120 different tribes. Talk about a cultural melting pot. From the Maasai warriors to the Hadzabe hunters, it's a cultural feast. So, ready to pack your bags? Tanzania's calling, and trust me, you don't want to miss this call. Catch you later, Globetrotters. Ready to have your mind blown? Let's roll with some wild Thailand facts. Thailand is home to the world's smallest mammal, the bumblebee bat. Yeah, it's as tiny as a bumblebee. And guess what? The name Bangkok? It's actually the short version. The full name is a tongue-twisting 168 letters long. Try saying that 10 times fast. Want to get weird? Thailand has a festival where they throw monkey buffets. Like literally they feed monkeys a feast. Fancy a different kind of traffic jam? Head to Thailand's floating markets where boats are bumper to bumper. Bet your local grocery store can't top that. And here's a shocker. Red Bull, the energy drink, was born in Thailand. Yep, it's got roots in the land of smiles. Speaking of smiles, did you know there are 13 different ways to smile in Thailand? One for every mood. So, next time you think of Thailand, remember, it's not just beaches and temples. It's a land full of surprises and quirky fun. Catch you on the next trip. Peace out. Why do 90% of adventurers put Togo on their bucket list? Time to find out. Togo, a tiny West African gem, packs a punch. First off, it's home to one of the largest voodoo markets in the world, Akodesawa Fetish Market. Need a potion or a talisman? This place has got you covered. Now let's talk nature. Togo has lush rainforests, stunning savannas, and epic waterfalls. Ever heard of Kalaimi? It's a hiker's dream with trails that lead to jaw-dropping views. And hey, foodies! Don't miss out on fufu and koklo meme, that spicy grilled chicken for the uninitiated. Your taste buds will be dancing. Oh, and get this. Togo is one of the few countries where you can stand in 3 countries at once. Yep, just visit the point where it borders Ghana and Benin. City slickers, Lome's got your back. This bustling capital is famous for its vibrant markets and nightlife. Ready to book that ticket yet? Togo's got vibes for days, so why not make it your next adventure, right? Catch you in Togo. I bet you didn't know Tonga has a festival where pigs race. Yep, you heard that right. Okay, first up, Tonga is the only Pacific nation never colonized. They're the OGs of independence. Speaking of royalty, Tonga has been ruled by the same royal family for over 1,000 years. Talk about family commitment. And get this, Tonga has no traffic lights, 0. So if you're tired of red lights, Tonga is your dream destination. Oh, and do you love whales? Tonga is one of the few places in the world where you can swim with humpback whales. But be quick, in whale time, they're only there from July to October. Now here's a quirky one. Tonga has a national holiday called Fake Monday. It's a public holiday that's celebrated, the day after the actual holiday. Talk about living in the future. Lastly, if you're into rugby, Tonga's national team is called Ikali Tahi, or Sea Eagles. They're small but mighty, just like the country itself. So, next time you think about a tropical getaway, remember, Tonga is more than just a pretty face. It's a whole vibe. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more cool facts. Got a minute? Let's blow your mind with Trinidad and Tobago. First up, did you know Trinidad has the world's largest natural deposit of asphalt? Yeah, it's called Pitch Lake, and it could fix potholes forever. Feeling hungry? Doubles, the ultimate street food, is a must-try. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. Now let's talk festivals. Ever heard of Carnival? It's not just a party, it's the party. Think costumes, music, and dance like you've never seen. Oh, and Tobago's got the oldest protected rainforest in the Western Hemisphere. Nature lovers, grab your hiking boots. Here's a quirky one. Trinidad and Tobago has won Miss Universe not once but twice. Beauty and brains, baby. Finally, steel pan music originated here. So every time you hear those tropical beats, give a nod to T&T. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and let's go. Catch you on the flip side. Ever wondered what's up with Tunisia? You're about to find out. First up, Tunisia is home to ancient Carthage, the OG metropolis. Yeah, we're talking Hannibal, elephants, and all that jazz. Ever seen Star Wars? Parts of Tatooine were filmed in Tunisia. May the force be with you, and your travel plans. Got a thing for spooky stuff? Check out El Gem Amphitheater. Bigger than the Colosseum and twice as eerie at night. Love beaches? Tunisia's got over 800 miles of coastline. That's a lot of sandcastle potential. Fancy a dip? How about floating in a salt lake? Chad El Jared is like the Dead Sea's cooler cousin. Tunisia's capital, Tunis, used to be called Tynes. Imagine the confusion on postcards back then. Foodies, listen up. Tunisian cuisine is spicy AF. Harissa will fire up your taste buds in the best way. Need some bling? The Medina of Tunis is a UNESCO World Heritage Site full of treasures. Shop till you drop. Tunisia is small but mighty. It's smaller than the state of Florida but packed with history and beauty. Finally, ever heard of the Sahara? Yep, it's partly in Tunisia. Sand dunes for days, baby. So there you go. Tunisia's small country, huge adventures. Ready to pack your bags yet? Exposing the coolest secrets of Turkey in under 60 seconds. You ready? Let's go. First up, did you know Istanbul is the only city in the world that spans 2 continents? Yep, Europe and Asia. And get this, Turkey's got over 130 peaks that are 9,800 feet or higher. That's some serious mountain mojo. Craving some beach vibes? Turkey boasts over 8,000 kilometers of coastline. That's like driving from New York City to LA and back. Here's a tasty tidbit. Turkey's the homeland of baklava. Layers of crispy sweet goodness that'll make your taste buds dance. And if you're a history buff, Ephesus is one of the best preserved ancient cities in the world. Think ancient Rome, but with more kebabs. Last one. Turkey's got more than 82,000 mosques. That's more towers than New York's got coffee shops. So next time someone says Turkey's just about kebabs and carpets, hit them with these facts. Stay curious, travel junkies. What I wish I knew about Turkmenistan before my first trip. These facts will blow your mind. First up, Turkmenistan is home to the Darvaza gas crater, also known as the Door to Hell. Yep, it's been burning since 1971. Talk about a hot tourist spot. Next, ever seen a golden statue of a president that rotates to face the sun? You will in Ashgabat, the capital city. Now that's some sunny side-up dedication. And get this, Turkmenistan has a carpet museum. You heard me right, a whole museum dedicated to carpets. Perfect for those who like their history woven in style. Oh, and if you're into horses, you're in luck. The Akal Tika horses are practically celebrities here. These beauties are known for their metallic sheen. Bling bling nay nay. Finally, if you love white marble, you'll adore Ashgabat. This city holds the Guinness World Record for having the most white marble-clad buildings. It's like stepping into a real-life palace. So, what are you waiting for? Add Turkmenistan to your travel bucket list now. It's a land of fire, gold, and carpets. Don't forget to like, share, and hit that subscribe button for more quirky travel facts. I think I messed up, because I didn't know these cool facts about Tuvalu. Tuvalu is a tiny island country in the Pacific Ocean, like really tiny. Think one Starbucks in the whole country tiny. Tuvalu has only about 11,000 people. That's smaller than your local concert crowd. But here's the kicker, it's only 10 square miles. Imagine your whole country being smaller than a city block. And get this, Tuvalu's internet domain is TV. So every time you watch your favorite show online, Tuvalu's making bank. Want to visit? There's just one international airport, and it's so chill, the runway doubles as a soccer field. Yeah, you heard that right. Oh, and forget Uber. Tuvalu has no public transportation, just good old walking and biking. Dreaming of a tropical paradise? Remember, Tuvalu could be underwater in 50 years due to rising sea levels. So add it to your travel bucket list while you still can. Tuvalu might be small, but it's packing some serious charm. Who's ready to book a flight? Catch you later, travel geeks. You need to hear this if you're a travel junkie. Uganda's got some wild facts. Did you know Uganda is home to the world's largest population of mountain gorillas? Yeah, you heard that right. And if you love lakes, Uganda's got your back with Lake Victoria, the largest tropical lake on the planet. Talk about a splash zone. Oh, and get this, Uganda is also the source of the Nile River, the longest river in the world. Adventure level 100. Ever dreamed of being in two hemispheres at once? Uganda's got you covered with the equator running right through it. Perfect for that Insta-worthy pick. And don't even get me started on the food. Chapati, Rolex, Matoki, if you haven't tried these, you're seriously missing out. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and head to Uganda. Adventure and awesomeness guaranteed. Hit that like button if you're ready for a Ugandan adventure. Subscribe for more travel fun facts. This is gonna blow your mind. Ukraine is way cooler than you think. Let's dive in. First up, did you know that Ukraine is home to the deepest metro station in the world? Arsenalna station in Kyiv plunges a whopping 346 feet underground. Talk about a deep dive. Next, let's talk landscapes. Ukraine isn't just about those sprawling sunflower fields. It boasts 7 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, from ancient cathedrals to lush primeval beech forests. Nature and history on point, am I right? Now foodies, listen up. Ukraine gave the world borscht, but have you tried their vareniki? These dumplings are like little pockets of heaven. Fill them with anything from cherries to potatoes. Trust me, your taste buds will thank you. And get this, Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. They produce so much grain they could practically feed the whole continent. Seriously, carbs never tasted so good. Last but not least, Ukraine is tech savvy. Ever heard of WhatsApp? Yeah, the co-founder Jan Koum is from Kyiv. So next time you send a message, thank Ukraine. So there you have it. 5 facts that make Ukraine a must-visit destination. Hit that like button if you're ready to pack your bags. Catch you on the next adventure. Am I the only one that didn't know these mind-blowing UAE facts? Let's dive in. First up, did you know Dubai's Burj Khalifa is so tall you can watch the sunset twice? Once at the base and again at the top. That's some next-level romance. Next, the UAE loves camels. They even have robot jockeys racing them. Yep, robots racing camels. Welcome to the future, folks. And get this, Abu Dhabi's Ferrari World has the world's fastest roller coaster. 0 to 150 miles per hour in 4.9 seconds. That's faster than your morning coffee kicking in. Oh, and guess what? The UAE is home to the first ever 7-star hotel. The Burj Al Arab has its own helipad and a pillow menu. Yes, a menu for pillows. Fancy, huh? Last but not least, the UAE has islands shaped like a palm tree and the world map. Talk about putting yourself on the map, literally. So, when are you booking your flight? The UAE is calling. I'm sure you've heard the news. The UK is more than just rainy weather and royal gossip. Hold on to your bowler hats, folks. First up, did you know Big Ben isn't a clock? It's actually the name of the bell. Mind blown, right? Next, the UK has a pub named the oldest pub in Britain, established in 793 AD. That's older than most things ever. And get this, there are more chickens than humans in the UK. Talk about egg sighting. Here's a shocker. London has over 170 museums. That's more culture than a yogurt aisle. Feeling quirky? The UK hosts a cheese rolling festival where people chase a 9-pound wheel of cheese down a hill. Good luck with that. Fun fact, Queen Elizabeth II legally owns all the swans in England. Now that's a swanderful perk. Ever heard of Blackpool? It's where you'll find the UK's replica of the Eiffel Tower. Paris. Who? And did you know driving in the UK means sticking to the left side? Talk about a right turn of events. One word. Stonehenge. It's been standing for over 5,000 years and nobody really knows why. Finally, the UK has more languages spoken per square mile than anywhere else. Now that's a Tower of Babel. So next time you think UK, think beyond the T. Stay curious, travel safe, and keep exploring. What's poppin', peeps? Ready to dive into some wild American facts? Let's roll. First up, did you know the US has a ghost town with no residents? Yup, Centralia, Pennsylvania has been burning underground since 1962. Spooky, right? Next, let's talk about the Statue of Liberty. Did you know she's actually from France? Yep, a giant French gift that's become an American icon. And get this, Alaska is twice the size of Texas, but has fewer people than San Francisco. Crazy, huh? Hope you like your neighbors really far away. Moving on, Americans eat about 100 acres of pizza every day. That's like 75 football fields covered in cheesy goodness. Who's hungry? Lastly, ever heard of the town called Boring in Oregon? It's paired with a town in Scotland called Dull. Talk about a match made in Snoozeville. That's all for now. Smash that like button if you learned something new, and don't forget to share these crazy facts with your crew. Catch you later. If you haven't heard of Uruguay, and you're still a travel enthusiast, you might be missing out. First off, this tiny country in South America has more cows than people. Yeah, you heard that right. Cows outnumber humans 3 to 1. Next up, Uruguay is a world leader in renewable energy. About 98% of their electricity comes from wind, solar, and hydropower. Mother Nature would be proud. And get this, Uruguayans love their mate tea. It's so popular you'll see people carrying thermoses and sipping it everywhere, kind of like their version of a Starbucks run. Now let's talk about beaches. Punta del Este is like the Miami of South America. Think sun, sand, and a nightlife that'll keep you dancing till dawn. Oh, and did you know Uruguay was the first country to legalize recreational cannabis? They're all about those progressive vibes. Finally, football fans, listen up. Uruguay won the first ever FIFA World Cup in 1930. They're still kicking it on the global stage. So, ready to pack your bags? Uruguay's waiting. Hasta la vista, baby. Yo, did you know Uzbekistan is basically the coolest place you've never heard of? Let's hit you with some crazy facts. First off, Uzbekistan is home to the ancient city of Samarkand. It's been around since the time of Alexander the Great, but wait, there's more. They've got the world's largest open-pit gold mine. It's like the Grand Canyon, but glittery. And if you're into funky architecture, check out the Tashkent Metro. It's like riding through an art museum. Here's a spicy one. Uzbekistan has the fourth largest reserves of natural gas. Talk about being gassed up. Oh, and let's not forget the Silk Road. This ancient trade route went right through Uzbekistan. Marco Polo, eat your heart out. Lastly, their cotton production is off the charts. They call it white gold for a reason. So next time you're planning a trip, think Uzbekistan. Trust me, it's where ancient history meets epic adventures. If your dream vacation spot looks like a postcard, you're a Vanuatu fan in the making. Let's dive in. First off, Vanuatu is an archipelago of over 80 islands in the South Pacific. Yep, you heard that right. 80. It's like island hopping heaven. Now get this, Vanuatu is one of the happiest countries in the world. Talk about living the good life. Who needs a stress ball when you've got beaches and sunshine? And for the adrenaline junkies, ever heard of land diving? It's like bungee jumping, but OG style with vines. Yeah, they do it for real. Extreme sports, island style. Oh, and Vanuatu has more languages per capita than any other country. Over 100 languages for 300,000 people. That's like having a new dialect for every person at your high school reunion. Lastly, if you're into volcanoes, check out Mount Yasur. It's one of the most accessible active volcanoes in the world. Lava selfies, anyone? So there you have it, folks. Vanuatu, where paradise meets adventure. Ready to pack your bags? Don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel trivia. Ever wondered how a whole country fits into one city? Well, welcome to Vatican City. Vatican City is only 0.17 square miles. That's smaller than Central Park. And population? Just around 800 people. Guess they don't need a whole lot of room for morning jogs. Now, here's a fun one. Vatican City's ATMs offer instructions in Latin. Imagine trying to withdraw cash in a dead language. Talk about ancient banking. Oh, and their own postal system? Yep, Vatican stamps are collector's gold. They've got a higher post rate than Italy. Fancy sending a postcard from the Pope's backyard? Let's not forget the Swiss guards. They look like they're straight out of a Renaissance fair, but don't be fooled. These guys are the elite bodyguards trained to protect the Pope. Fashion and function? Check. Lastly, the Vatican museums. Over 9 miles of art and artifacts. That's like walking through a giant history book. So next time you plan a trip to Europe, don't forget to pop by this tiny powerhouse. Vatican City, small in size, huge in wonders. Why do 80% of travelers fall in love with Venezuela? Let's find out. Alright, buckle up, travel buffs. Venezuela is like that surprise gift you never knew you needed. First off, this place is home to the world's tallest waterfall, Angel Falls. Picture this, water free-falling for nearly a kilometer. Insane, right? Next, let's talk food. Ever had an arepa? It's like the Venezuelan version of a burger, but way tastier. Trust me, one bite, and you're hooked. Oh, and if you're into wildlife, the Llanos region is your dream safari. Think anacondas, capybaras, and more birds than you can count. Forget the zoo, this is the real deal. And get this, Venezuela's got a lightning hotspot called Catatumbo. It's like Mother Nature's own rave party with lightning strikes up to 260 nights a year. Finally, the people. Venezuelans are some of the friendliest folks you'll ever meet. Their warmth and energy are contagious, so what are you waiting for? Time to add Venezuela to your travel bucket list. Catch you on the flip side. Ready to have your mind blown? These Vietnam facts are going to leave you speechless. First up, did you know Vietnam has over 3,000 kilometers of coastline? That's like driving from New York to Miami and back, twice. Beach lovers, this is your paradise. And speaking of paradise, Vietnam is the second largest exporter of coffee in the world. So next time you sip that latte, give a nod to Vietnam for keeping you caffeinated. Ever heard of the world's largest cave? Sun Doong Cave in Vietnam can fit a whole New York City block inside it. Imagine spelunking through that. Here's a fun one. Vietnam is home to the world's largest cashew nut processing industry. Yep, those tasty snacks you're munching on during Netflix binges might just be from Vietnam. Last but not least, traffic in Hanoi is not for the faint-hearted. you'll see more motorbikes than you can count, and crossing the street feels like a real-life game of Frogger. So, what are you waiting for? Pack your bags and get ready to explore the wonders of Vietnam. It's a wild ride you won't forget. Ready to get your mind blown? Let's jet set to Yemen. Yemen is packed with surprises. Did you know it's home to the ancient skyscrapers of Shibam? Think Manhattan but made of mud. And the Socotra Island? It looks like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie with its alien-like dragon blood trees. Speaking of unique, Yemenis have been perfecting their coffee game for centuries. Yep, mocha isn't just a flavor, it's a city here. Now here's a wild one. Yemen's capital, Sana'a, is over 2,500 years old. Talk about aging gracefully. Oh, and let's not forget the stunning architecture of the Great Mosque of Sana'a, one of the oldest in the world. And check this out, the Yemeni tradition of chewing cot leaves for a little afternoon pick-me-up, it's like their version of a coffee break. Yemen might not be on your radar, but it's definitely a hidden gem worth exploring. So, who's ready to add a new stamp to their passport? Catch you on the next adventure. This is why Zambia should be on your travel bucket list. Get ready for some jaw-dropping facts. Zambia's got some serious game. The country is home to the mighty Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Also, did you know, it's the only country with a name that starts with a Z and ends with an A? Zambia is like the underdog of African safaris. Forget the zoo, you can spot the big 5, lions, leopards, rhinos, elephants, and buffaloes all in the wild. Plus, it's a birdwatcher's paradise with over 750 species of birds. And hey, if you're an adrenaline junkie, the Zambezi River is your playground. Whitewater rafting, anyone? It's got some of the wildest rapids on the planet. But wait, there's more. Zambia is one of the world's biggest producers of emeralds, those sparkling green gems. Talk about bling. So, what are you waiting for? Zambia's calling, and it's one trip you won't forget. Everybody is looking for their next adventure. Let me take you to Zimbabwe with some jaw-dropping facts. First up, Zimbabwe is home to Victoria Falls, one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Imagine standing next to a waterfall that's over a mile wide and 354 feet high. Now, did you know Zimbabwe has the world's largest man-made lake? Lake Kariba is so massive it covers more area than Delaware. And if you're a fan of ancient history, you've got to check out Great Zimbabwe. This medieval city was built entirely of stone, and it's so impressive it's got a whole country named after it. Feeling adventurous? You can go whitewater rafting on the Zambezi River, one of the wildest and most exhilarating rafting experiences on the planet. Oh, and don't forget the wildlife. Zimbabwe is a safari paradise, home to the big 5 lions, elephants, buffalo, leopards, and rhinos. So, what are you waiting for? Zimbabwe is calling your name. Hit that like button if you're ready for an unforgettable adventure.